to want to play that position too, and that attitude coming off the bench.
Yeah, you look at what this trio has done the last 2 games, and Annie, it seems like it's been a common theme all season long. They might need to ratchet it up even more tonight along with the others, because the Suns will be shorthanded once again. I know, kind of a common recurring theme for this team. No Tyus Jones, no Oso Ighodaro, both sidelined due to illness. Meanwhile, here in Indiana, got off to a very slow start, but Tyrese Halliburton really has been able to find a balancing act. Facilitator the first time these two teams met, coming off a 33 and 15 piece, 0 turnovers against Miami in their recent win.
Yeah, last couple of years he was an all-star, and he's been a little bit inconsistent, starting to play well. As you said, his numbers in Miami and also against Boston, he had also a double-double and no turnovers. And so they need him to distribute the ball, but also to look for his shots. We heard Rick Carlisle before the game saying, you know, point guard is a little bit different too with his team this year, that yes, he's a facilitator, but he's got to look to score.
Yeah, they've also dealt with some injuries as well, but the Suns know all too well how lethal he can be when he is in the scoring mode. Well, speaking of scoring, the last time in this building, Devin Booker got the keys to the front door and dropping another arena scoring record when he cooked for 62, 29 of which came in that first quarter. In his second game back from injury, Book and the fellas know a balanced attack and sticky defense will be required to take down this high-scoring Indy club. It's the Suns and the Pacers racing into your Saturday night next on Arizona's Family Sports.
Good evening, Suns Valley podcast viewers and friends. Pull my computer up here a little bit. Let me lower it down. By computer, I mean monitor.
And remove your hats to honor America and salute the men and women serving our country and join in the singing national anthem performed tonight by Adam's Voice.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Interesting.
That's Adam's Voice with the
Interesting.
Star-Spangled
I don't know if I like a different. I don't know. There's a classic way to sing it. Then some people like to make up their own arrangement or do alternate arrangements.
Now let's meet the visitors for tonight.
It wasn't bad. A little shaky here and there, but you got to be nervous.
Kevin Durant and the other forward 6'8" from Virginia.
What's going on, everybody? What up, Mr. Landfill, Baby Malo, Vision, Big Brad, Lil Ligure Pazzo, Gravado, Adrian Molina in the house, Baby Boy Ruben Sandwich, my wife in the house. What up? My wife. Pops, Paps,
All right, Pacers
Ivan.
fans,
What's up, everybody?
let's go.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Hit that like if you're here early. Late Sundo arrival tonight. So Sundo texted me yesterday and was like, hey, man, apparently we're getting a huge ice storm on Sunday, so his church is running their services on Saturday. So he's doing Saturday church, so he's just going to be a little late. But, you know, what does it matter? Does it matter? Does anyone think it matters? Aren't we past Sundo being good and bad luck? Aren't the Suns just so bad that we all kind of know what's going to happen tonight? Let me lay it out for you if you don't know. Suns will come out, go down 15. Okay? Bud will call a timeout. Well, you guys gotta blah, blah, blah. And then everyone will be like, oh, yeah, sure, I'm going to go out and do that, Bud. Wink. And then they're going to go out there and they'll tie it up at halftime. Ooh, tied up halftime? Let's go. Then the third quarter will come around. And half of the players on the team will forget that they even need to be wearing pants. They'll come out in their underwear from the locker room and be like, what's this? I'm retarded now? I don't even know how to dress? Oh, well, I'll just go out there and play anyways. And then they'll go out there and they'll go down 20 in the third. But then the fourth quarter will come back. And guess what happens in the fourth, folks? Oh, we'll get close and then lose. Other than that, what's going on, everybody? I need some coffee. Haven't had any yet. What's up, Metro? What's up, Hey Dot in the house? Yep, you're right, Hey Dot. No Tyus. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? As good as Tyus is, as helpful as he is, does it matter? I don't think it does, man. Don't think it does. But I'll tell you, this is way worse than back when we were the Josh Jackson, Devin Booker, PJ Tucker, Dragon Bender Sons. Because at least you knew and you understood why you were going to lose. Everyone knew you were going to lose going into every game. This is worse. What up, Knicks? How are the Mavs doing, Knicks? So Beal is going to attempt to warm up his 74-year-old hip and give it a go. We'll see if he can play or how long. Just hope he doesn't trip on his own shoelace because he might be out for the rest of the year.
Andrew Nembhard, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner for the Suns.
Plumlee and Dunn in the starting lineup. Beal starting at point. I'm sure that'll go well, folks. I'm sure Stop worrying, okay? Everything's going to be fine. Wink.
In the regular season series between these two teams, turnovers was an issue the first meeting between these two clubs. And before we get this tipped off, let's head to
yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like a placeholder position because he ain't really going to be playing point guard that much. Maybe he will. Maybe he will.
We've had some games where we've been good in that area, so we got to look to try and find, that consistency where we're taking care of the ball, getting shots, being efficient. So the guys are aware, and something we've been working on really all year.
Sundo should be here soon. They're doing Saturday church due to a storm coming through that's going to be an ice storm.
Yeah, a lot of those were live turnovers, and that's where the Suns got themselves in trouble. If it's a dead ball turnover, a little bit easier, but you've got to read the defense. Don't just play your offense because certainly your opponent is.
All right, Suns win the tip.
Well, so you got to play
this game is underway.
In that loss to Memphis on New Year's Eve, and
how glitchy is this gonna be? Oh my gosh!
The first turnover of the night comes about 15 seconds in.
All right, Nembhard bringing the ball up.
Well, the last time these two teams met too.
Kicks it over to Halliburton. Back to Nembhard. Screen on Beal from Turner, who's left wide open for three. a 40% three-point shooter, and Plumlee wasn't even outside of the restricted area. They're gonna let him shoot threes. Great, terrific, can't wait. Sure, that won't bite us. Pick and roll with Book and Durant. Book gets it from Durant and tries to kick it to Dunn, who almost lost it out of bounds. Back to Book, shoots the corner three. It looked good. It is not. Okay. Mather into the rack. Nice and easy. No defense. Plumlee fakes like he's going to block the shot. Doesn't. Nice, easy bucket.
Both coaches have talked about is transition. And transition defense, especially for the Suns. This is a Indiana
Beal
team that they like to run.
to Durant. Pulls from the free throw line. In and out. Rebound Mathurin.
Pacers on the rebound.
Pick and roll. Mathurin and Turner. Gets to the rack. Nice and easy. Can't finish. Turner with the tip-in attempt. We get lucky. It's no good. Playbackers, give me a second. I'm going to pass out more VIPs if you need them. Beal to the rack. Finger roll. No good. His own tip-in return. No good as well. Going the other way. Halliburton stopped by Dunn. Turner for three. Top of the key. Open and good. Did I tell you that was going to be a problem? Malachi, 1 second. You're the only one without a VIP. I'll get you taken care of. Durant. Guarded by Siakam, takes a couple of screens, kicks it to Plum. Plum downhill. Plumlee hook shot, exactly what you want. Brick! That's our offense. That's our offense, folks. Nembhard, back to Turner, left alone because Plumlee's not playing defense on him at all. Hits the mid-range off the backboard.
They've kind of dug themselves a hole early on, and it's all
7-0. Durant back to Beal. Beal, jab step to the rack. Hits, goes to the line, lands on that butt cheek that he hurt, gets up, and he's barking at the ref. Says, hey, my cheeks hurt. I'm tired of them getting clapped. Mathurin out to an open Siakam, up to an open Halliburton, who steps into the free throw line and hits a floater.
Yeah, the Suns defensively cannot.
I hear you, Haydot.
Pacer team go downhill and get in the lane.
Beal over to Plumlee, back to Beal, hand off to Book, little three-man weave. Plumlee over to Dunn, but it gets stolen because it was predictable, almost like we got baited into it. Nembhard down, throws it away, trying to make a no-look pass, and his teammate didn't even know that he was looking to pass. See what I did there?
Get a good shot. They need to be taking it, not running it down on the 24-second shot clock.
You're going to see Rick Carlisle's second stint here with the Pacers. 8th overall, 65 years of age, 959 wins in his career.
Book.
Nembhard extends the defense on Booker, able to
Downhill, kicks it out to Durant, takes a contested three. Nope. Done with the slap out. They get it to Beal for three on the other side, and it's good. I love it. Perplex damage. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member, man. Didn't need to do all that, but we appreciate you. So he's trying to watch the Indiana game. Oh, he's Suns fan, but just can't watch because it's blacked out in Iowa. That is rough, man. Welcome in. Thanks for being our newest horseman. Book top of the key, driving, stopping, fading, and hitting. Love it. Little mid-range, 7-11 now. Catching up a little bit. Until a nice and easy backdoor cut, get Plumlee out for a dunk. Plumlee's not doing shit.
Thursday in that victory against Miami in 32 minutes.
And this is a team for the Suns. You know, not everybody's been
Beal
playing the same position.
takes a couple of screens.
They haven't had a chance to play
Kicks
the
it
same
out to
chemistry.
Dunn. Dunn into the paint. Layup, left-handed. Wow, that was good. I didn't think that was going in the way he
we're beginning to see him
line drive that layup.
new layers to his offensive attack, Annie.
Well, and it helps
Halliburton to
too.
Turner, down to Siakam. Siakam finishes nice and easy at the bucket. No paint protector whatsoever. Booker, guarded by Nembhard, looking for Durant. Gets it to him at the free throw line. He's going to rise and pull, and it drops. Very heavily defended. That was pretty.
So his three-point shot hasn't been there, but he's still shooting it, but he can get to the basket.
Halliburton kicks it back to a wide open Miles Turner for three. No good, thank God. Plumlee rebounds and gets it to Beal. Booker pick and roll from Plum, whips it to Beal. Beal downhill, no good. Right-handed on the left side of the rim, not going to work. Too heavily defended, and it's a wide miss. So many passes, so little time. Durant blocks the pass from Turner, out of bounds. Indiana ball.
Pacers in front 15-11.
Type shit. The jazz isn't the problem. The Phoenix Suns jazz music is not the problem, okay? Because we all know that shit slaps. All right, 108 watching. What's good? Thank you for coming and hanging out. I'll tell you, this season ain't what we thought it would be. You know? Hello. Good on you, Indiana. All right? What's up? Love yourself. How you been? Mona says, I already cried and laughed in this few minutes. Yep. You know, but we're only down 4, folks. You know? It is painful, Chris. It really is. It's painful to know what's coming and then for it to still happen and for your team not to be able to do a damn thing about it. You know, that's what's frustrating to me. And then the other thing, the worst thing is you've assembled this team that is supposed to be good enough to just squash people, and instead they get squashed. So weird. So embarrassing. You know? So embarrassing. But we had no choice but to think and believe that this team was for real after the moves they made. And like I say, it's not like we were the only ones that were thinking that. Everybody was thinking that. All kinds of other teams were thinking that. Your friends that are teams of or fans of other teams, they were probably talking to you and be like, dude, I can't believe you guys got so good. And you're like, yeah. And then this, you know? Brad, I'm excited for GTA 6. I always play GTA. I always play like the story mode and everything. I don't really get into the online that much, but I would try it this iteration. You know? Yeah, I could see Sundo actually playing that and not complaining that it's not Madden, you know?
Standing at the top of the list, not far behind the Mavericks. In fact, it's funny, you look at that Mavericks stat there. Rick Carlisle even referenced in talking about Devin Booker, his scoring ability, his scoring prowess, just the utmost respect for Book. And he said he recalled a time back in Book's early career when Rick was still with the Mavericks. He said it was
Grayson into the game.
He may have lit the fuse against us. He recalled the 39-point outing against the Mavs in Mexico City. And he said it seemed like after that, the basket opened up wide for
Halliburton, guarded by Beal. Kicks it in the corner to Siakam. Dunn all over him. Backing him down. Gets into the paint-ish. Throws it up short. Dunn stopped that. Dead in its tracks. Beal bringing it up. Siakam guarding Beal.
Grayson Allen making his return.
Pick and roll with Dunn.
Shooting percentage. Suns started out cold. 0-4, 5 of their last 7 though.
Dunn working on Nemhard.
Here is Beal starting at point.
Kicks it down to Dunn. Dunn blocked by Halliburton. He saw it coming. Beal steal, and Beal goes tumbling out of bounds on those previously clapped cheeks. Hopefully they're okay. That gets us a book 3. Is Beal up? He's up. He's moving. Mathurin, actually Halliburton, step back 3 in Katie's face, and he drills it.
The first meeting between these two teams, he came out looking to set the table
Perplex says he needs 2 Grayson threes. It's possible. He'll get opportunities. The ball will start swinging his way at some point. Dunn hangs and finishes. That was a great NBA finish from Ryan Dunn. Oh, my God. Left-handed and everything. And then they get it to Turner in the paint for a nice little 8-foot yumper.
Pacers by 4. The Pacers team that started out
Beal to Durant. Over to Gray. Gray tackled out of bounds after dribbling it out of bounds. That's some rust. Either that or his brain's still broken from that elbow that pierced his skull.
Trying to regain the great rhythm and winning formula they had last season with that.
What up, Dusty? What up, Zambuki?
In the playoffs.
What up, Evan?
Right now they've got the size, nice hands.
Wow, Grayson strips Tobias Funke on the way to the rim for a dunk.
And a whistle and a foul. We'll see who the call is on. Charge that one to Matherin, it looks like, as Durant will take his shot at the line. As we get a look at the health update brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of
Durant at the free throw line after being fouled. Hits the first.
The surprise came about midday when we got.
Yeah, Chris, I think it's because he's the type of center, Nick Richards. I think he's the type of center that, I mean, he just does not shoot. There's no stretching the floor with him. So his value's got to be limited. You're not going to, ain't nobody trading no first-round pick for a center who can't shoot. I wouldn't think, unless he's top-notch at what he does. So, yeah, I think a couple of seconds should honestly be good enough. You know, I think the thing is they're more willing to move him this year than they were last year. Got you, Stunna. Playbackers, checking the VIP. Sitch.
Monte Morris checks in. Little breakdown of communication. Halliburton does not oblige as KD got a hand on it.
1, 2.
Control the loose ball rebound.
We got three playbackers that need VIPs. I'll get them to you right now.
Because you've got a 5 on the floor that I'm not sure if we've seen this particular 5 on the floor together. And Cheo's out there with Grayson Allen, Monte Morris, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant.
Step back Matherin, no good. They're going to say Durant blocked it, but it's okay. They'll get the rebound, and Toppin will put it in, or at least get free throws.
Give credit to Toppin with his size. He saw that ball was short. He was looking at the outside, and at 6'9", he had Beal on him at 6'4", so Beal was trying to do everything he could to get him off the boards. It didn't work.
Toppin, the former Knick, was a problem for the Suns the first meeting. We get a message from our friends at Kia.
Cover more ground in the fuel-efficient Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid.
And Toppin had 13 points, 8 rebounds, a block shot in his 17 minutes.
Toppin hits.
And that victory in mid-December.
Well, the rest of this court, I'm looking to see the Phoenix become a little
Beal
bit more
crossover.
aggressive. Be the aggressors and
Gets
look
it
to
over to
attack
Durant.
this
He's at the
defensive
elbow. Jabbing, pulling. You knew that shot was coming. He didn't even take a step or a dribble, and it's good.
Yeah, I think the fact, too, that he gets into his spots, as far as especially the 15-footer around that post position.
T.J. McConnell.
He can rise above the defense.
Down into the paint. Toppin. Block fouled by Okogie. Going to the line.
Well, the hard part, the defense for Phoenix, it was great at the basket, even though they get called for the foul. But if they could picked up Toppin off that cut earlier, he would have never been able to get there.
Our officiating crew tonight, Curtis Blair, the crew chief, along with John Butler and John Connolly. Toppin in his 5th year. He was the only Pacer to play all 82 games last season. But his energetic play and connectivity coming off the bench Led to a 4-year extension he signed this
Free throw is good. 24-20.
Yeah, it's really been a nice fit here for
Beal bringing the ball
Carlisle and
up.
the Pacers. Here is Beal outside, gets it started.
Gets it to Durant. Durant, crossover. Stops, turning, spinning. You could call him for a travel. They're not gonna, and he gets the fadeaway. Looked like his feet were chopping a little bit to me. You know, just kind of accidentally, incidentally picking themselves up as he's pivoting. Mathurin, pump fake, jab step, pulls the three, in and out. Durant board. Monte Morris bringing it up. Screen from Durant. Kick it back to Durant. Wide open. Steps into the three. Short brick. McConnell with the board. Long rebound. Obi Toppin. No good.
But if you're a fan coming to a Suns home game there at Footprint, you want to get there plenty early watching KD go through his pregame warm-up routine.
Corner three from Morris on target. Great shot, Morris.
And the Suns are in front 25-24.
Good ball movement that time by the Suns.
Suns take their first lead of the game. Maybe. First one in a while. McConnell working on Durantula, spinning, moving, falling, and they're not going to call that a travel. And Halliburton gets fouled, fading out of bounds.
Free throws on the other side of the timeout with the Suns in front by 1.
Kevin Durant.
Maybe they just gave us one, because I do feel like Durant picked up his feet a little bit there, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm sure some of you guys saw that. Was that a travel on Durant, or am I tripping? Was that a travel on little white boy McConnell? Mona says refs are wild. You know, I mean, I've seen worse. I have seen worse. Recently, even. So we got 164 watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Help us out. Please hit that like button if you haven't. Let's try to get to, I say 50 by the end of the first. That'd be super juicy. You know? Sundo would approve. Metro, I have no idea who Big Smoke is. All right, you're going to have to link it in Discord. Man. Can we just get a win? Is that too much to ask for? Is it too much to ask for Devin Booker to score some points? Is he still scoreless? He scored 62 last time he was in this building. I'd be happy if he scored 31. Brian AZ said, when's my GOAT Nurk able to play? I don't know. And to be honest, dude, I don't even remember exactly what Nurk's injury was. Do you guys remember what it was? What happened to Nurk? I just remember he was not having a great game when he got injured. He's suspended. That's what it is. That's why I couldn't remember the injury. Because it was the suspension. For the record on that suspension, guys, he didn't even get punched in the face. The punch missed by like this much. So it's kind of crazy that bro was putting that on his profile as his header, like, look at me, I punched Nurk in the face. What a weird flex when you miss the punch. Avi, I don't know. I don't know if Monty's a better fit. I just don't think the Suns use point guards properly. They make their point guard go stand in the corner and shoot threes. And maybe they only do that. Maybe they do that with Tyus more because he's such a lights out corner 3-point shooter. But
starting in place of Tyus.
I prefer my point guards run the offense, and I don't feel like either of them are allowed to do that when they're in there.
And Beal has played point guard quite a bit.
I don't think Bud understands what a point guard is supposed to do on
Kind of the
offense.
shared responsibilities of Monte Morris.
That's just my
The
opinion.
offense now.
Monte, screen from Durant. Oh, almost loses the dribble. Gets another screen. Get rid of it, Monte. Get rid of it.
Lost the handle as they got right to the basket.
You were saying about Monte, Avi? Little short yumper rolls out for TJ McConnell, who's looking more and more washed every time I see him play.
They're 2 of their last 12. Plumlee up top.
Plum Dog
Dribble, so somebody's gotta come to the
gets it to Dunn. 10 seconds. Over to Goose. Goose lobs it up to Durant, being heavily guarded. Good job, Plum Dog, and good pass. Little fucking mosquito. I'll murder your whole family, bitch. Too aggressive? My apologies.
A 12-point outing in the loss to Memphis.
Halliburton, high arcing, deep three, no good. Obi Toppin just slaps the rebound to himself over Monte and Plumlee and puts it home.
Morris drops it way out on the wing now to Durant. He's back to the defender.
Uh-oh, good job. So Durant was backing down while, what's his face? What was his name? Was it Wallace? Anyway, he's backing him down, and somebody was sneaking up behind him to steal it from his dribbling hand, and someone screamed Wolf, and he picked it up, turned around, and kept it high and scored. I've been screaming for somebody to scream Wolf for this guy. Suns down 1. Morris picking and rolling with Durant. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Oh, Lord. We gave it to Plumlee. No. No. No! Plumlee tries going between his legs, reverse styley. If you don't get a damn rebound, Plumlee, I'm going to choke you to sleep.
And that'll be the final shot of the quarter. Back and forth battle between
I forgot we don't even have Oso. At this point, bro, put Bol Bol in at center. I'm done with Plumlee. It's just not his game. Plumlee played really good last game. Not this game. So far. You know? What do we got going on out here? Should I text Sundo? Should I call Sundo and say ETA? All right, they're playing tic-tac-toe out there. Let's go to the chat. Kane said Suns are playing good without Jones. We better? I don't know that that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's that they don't have Jones. I don't know. It seems weird, though, right? Jones never seems like he's the problem. Except for on defense. He is trash on defense because he's so tiny. You know? All right, I'll look at it in a second, Metro. Yeah. Pazzo says, instead we got center wannabe Kyrie Irving who turn every time they give Plum Dog the ball and he's not right next to the rim, I just cringe a little bit. It's a scary proposition, you know? Dead Corpsey says, Gabe, if we lose, what's your mindset after? My mindset will be about the same, which is defeated. But like overall, I'll just feel like, well, We still haven't dug ourselves out of the hole. We still haven't figured it out. And I would be more surprised if we were digging. I'm not going to be surprised if we don't figure it out and win this game. We're not that team. We're not those guys. We've lost 5 of our last 7 games, for God's sakes, or more even. I might be underselling it.
Yeah, it really has, but not right now.
Because of the temperature, or because of the score? Maybe a little bit of both.
Hey, the Suns. But I will have to say that UCLA women's basketball team ranked number 1. They are 15-0. They beat Indiana today. They are here at the game. And Lauren Betts with 25
And
12 rebounds.
they score easy on us in the paint. What do you know?
Looking to be an All-American.
You know, you Bruins never miss an opportunity to plug the program.
Open 3 for Grayson. No good. That is his first shot since his head was cracked open. So we'll give him a break on his first couple shots so he can find it.
Suns are able to gather their footing after a slow start.
McConnell loses it. Plumlee trying to strip it off of Plumlee, out of bounds. Pacers ball.
Well, those 5 turnovers in that first quarter by the Suns, they settled down a little bit, but that has kept the Pacers in it.
They're fortunate, though, Andy, that they were not of the live ball variety, unlike what we saw in the first meeting,
miss
because no Pacers
from
off of those. So that
looked like it was Nemhard, I think. They kick it out. Open Monte for 3. Line drive 3 is good. Monte is nice, man.
5 offensive rebounds, but Monte Morris getting a chance to play tonight with Tyus Jones out. He's going to get
Thomas Bryant, top of the key. Going to pull the 3 and drill it. Where was Plumlee? Standing in the paint. Absolutely no interest in guarding his man. And at this point, it feels like that's what Bud wants him to do. It feels like Bud's like, yeah, let their centers shoot. We don't care. We just want to guard the paint. Oh, my goose. Goose falling to the ground thinking he was going to draw a foul, whips the ball at the rim, and it goes in. I mean, that is pure luck. Open 3 for Thomas Bryant again. In and out. But we are talking wide.
The Pacers are trying to take advantage.
Book, snatch back. I don't think Book scored yet. Kicks it down to Plum Dog. Open, goosey, gumdrops. Bricks. And open 3. Yes, sir, Damani. I got you.
He had McConnell right there in front of him.
It is one of the stats, Andy, that truly does that.
McConnell finds a wide open 3 from Shepard, the corner, and it is good.
Shepard also a catalyst in that last meeting in Phoenix.
38-34.
That was a game that he had returned after being sidelined with the oblique injury.
Suns down now.
Double figures in that game. But yeah, the Suns, no team relies more.
Bol Bol coming into the game. Papa called it. All right.
To that couple of plays ago where Grayson hit the deck.
Gets grabbed.
Yeah, Bryant hit him with the foot and the arm. Fortunately, Grayson was able to knock it down. Good to see him back after going through concussion protocol and then had dinged up with the left shoulder injury. Morris trying to turn the corner. Cut off there by Shepard.
Morris to Book. Book pulls up. Double clutch. Fouled at the free throw line.
Will pick up the personal foul that'll send Devin Booker to the line. His first free throw attempts of the night.
Now, I like that matchup with Booker. I mean, as soon as he saw McConnell on him, he took him and rose above him. And those are the kind of things that the Phoenix players have to recognize who is defending them and take advantage of it.
Free throw is good for Bookie.
Bol Bol making his return to the floor as well. Well, Happy New Year for the Phoenix Suns. From now until tomorrow, you can buy tickets to any January home game with no service.
Book hits.
We look forward to another amazing year of Suns basketball with the best fans in the NBA. Offer excludes resale tickets. Don't wait. Get your tickets.
McConnell. We got Bryant being guarded by Bol. Ooh, Bol crashes the board for the rebound. Let's go. That was an all-star rebound as far as I'm concerned. Hey, hit Bol in the corner, Book. It's his team. It's his team. Turnaround fadeaway from Book. That is actually gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. That was one of the best Book shots I've seen in a minute. Thomas Bryant, guarded by Wolski. Siakam traveled the fuke out of the ball. Bol gets the rebound, but steps out of bounds.
And now Siakam comes
Damn
to
it.
baseline official and saying call a foul. Now
Shut up, Siakam.
Teed up as he meets Curtis Blair at the midcourt stripe because he was unhappy about the no foul call on what they thought was the overly aggressive defense.
Yeah, Sundo will be here, Ethan. Just a little
Yeah, a lot of contact down there. Nothing.
little delay for him. He had to go to church on Saturday because they're having an ice storm on Sunday. So they're not going to have service. Oh, Book misses the technical foul free throw. Damn, that's a ball don't lie situation. Maybe he really was fouled.
But Rick Carlisle, a champion when he played with the Boston Celtics.
You ain't lying, damage.
Larry Bird had him as an assistant here in Indiana.
Bryant, top of the key, guarded by Bol. Pick and
Pick
roll is good. McConnell stops and pops the two. Book, give him a screen, Bol. Give him a screen. Book says, get out of here. Go to the paint. Book behind the back. Book feeling it. Gets it to Bolski. Bolski step back mid-range. I'll bust! Let's go. Bol with the bucket quick. Final boss Roy Maivia. 199 Dono as done. Blocks little white boy McJr. off the backboard. Book pump fakes, gives it to Okogie's. Okogie stops and hits, says working like Sundo. Well, Ross, this is looking like a better, more fighty Suns game. I wish you were able to watch this one, man. We'll see how long it lasts, right? Now, ask yourself, how many step back 20-foot mid-range jumpers would it take for Plumlee to make one? Because Bol did it in his first try. His first shot in 7 years. How many would it take Plumlee to hit? I'm going to say 40. I think he could hit 1 out of 40 of those. I just hope Bol Bol wins some minutes here. I hope he really earns some minutes and forces Bol to be like, oh, okay, so he's one of those special type. He's one of those special type of dudes that just has to be in game. He can't practice well. He doesn't practice well, but once you put him in the game, he performs. That's what he did under Frank. That's what he's kind of doing tonight so far. I don't want to oversell it. Yeah, Al, I mean, I know Plum's not a shooter. I'm just saying, why not have a 7-footer in there, or in this case, a 7'2" guy who can shoot? I know he's skinny, but he can snag boards over everyone, and he can block shots if he's in the right position. And how do you expect him to get in the right position more often if he never gets any opportunities in game to get used to the pace? You know? They really have Zambuki. I mean, and I get it. I understand if you're not earning playing time in practice, you're not going to get it. I get it. But it's like, how many losses do you have to have? How many times does your center rotation have to show you that they're ass before you say, all right, fuck it, Bol. You can't be worse. Go show me what you got. Ooh, step back. Ooh, block shot. Ooh, Euro dunk from the free throw line. Nah, get out of there. I want Plum in there. Swiping at the air, missing block shots.
Wearing the likes of KDs, who, well, it's hard to say what version we're on with the KDs, and then Andrew Nembhard wearing the Book 1s. And I saw a story about a month ago that Nembhard apparently had reached out to the Nike folks and had 3 or 4 specially designed book ones made.
You know, I think about that when these were young guys.
All right, folks,
coming
we're
out
back.
of college and high
Okogie
school.
playing good defense on Siakam. Siakam jab steps his way into a jumper and hits it, though. Beal bringing it up, and Bol Bol still in the game. He wanted an open 3. Siakam finally closed out. Go set him a screen, Bol. Go set him a screen. Go do something. Book waves Bol off. Bol into the corner to Morris. Get it back to Bolski. Wolski squeezes it through traffic to Beal. Beal misses. Gets his own rebound. Put back. Misses. Indiana ball. Shepherd for 3. No good. Thomas. Blocked by Bol twice, bitch! Ah! Give me a replay.
Yeah, great hustle by Bol Bol, and again, the Pacers.
Give me a replay, bitch!
Challenge him inside. He came up with
How
3
dare
blocks
they
right
not give us a replay? Here it is.
But he went from behind, gets the ball right there. Rebound, 1 block, 2 blocks. Ball goes away. 2 blocks at least. But, you know, just his presence and his size and length.
I love it. Forgive me while I tweet about Bol.
Bol Bol has played in. Suns needing every healthy body. Nembhard comes up the screen, finds Siakam.
Damn, Siakam hits a crazy fader.
He's got 9. Went for 25 and 18 in the first meeting between these two teams. The Pacers win. Booker on the drive and kick, tangled up, resets from the corner, fires a 3, too strong. Okogie on the offensive glass, finds himself surrounded by 3 Pacers defenders.
Bol Bol threw it away. Damn it. It's going to be Suns ball, though.
Well, the Suns catch a break right there as Siakam was off to the races.
Well, you can see Indiana's defense, too. Once they cover the corners, that middle is wide open. So if you get a Suns player cutting down the lane, you're going to find an open pass.
5 on a shot clock. Okogie rolls. Finds
Bol Bol corner 3. Drills it!
ties it at 45.
Yeah, Okogie was wide open. Nobody in the corner.
Hit the like for Bol Bol, folks. Hit the like for Beal. All right?
By J.O. keeping out of the hands of Siakam.
Nembhard back to Bryant.
Here's Mathern on the left wing. The switch as Durant steps out. Bryant calls for it. Suns trying to seal it off inside, but a long 3-point hit goes down for the Pacers. Nembhard connecting on that one. Shooting 33% on the season from beyond the arc. Had just 6 points in a win on Thursday night. Pacers had 16 made threes in that victory in Phoenix on December 19. KD on the drive.
KD, midi is good.
Yeah, tough pull up with, 1 second left on the shot clock.
Durant with a dozen. Siakam trying to drive at it. Durant stepping out. Nembhard able to get back to the right hand. Drops it off into the far corner. Bryant lines up the 3. Rebound snaked away by Okogie. Booker working on the defender. Goes a little 10-footer. Too strong without offering. Here comes Mathern racing down the floor. Indy by 1, 48-47. First of 3 straight on the road for Phoenix. Mathern tied up. Goes to the tough contested jumper. Booker with a rebound. On the follow, KD falling down. Finds Booker. Pull-up 3 on the way. No.
Damn, we can't score.
Indy the loose ball. Shepherd of the drive. Collision with Beal. A whistle and a foul.
And he lands on that hip again.
And they're going to call the blocking foul on Brad. Looked like he took a shot right in the midsection.
He looked like he was there, but he was turned, and I think
I'm so happy for Bol Bol. I don't even care. This game's a success to me. All right. As Bol gets hit in the, or Beal gets hit in the Beal sack. Damn it.
Ever so slightly. That'll put Shepherd at the line.
Indiana coming up with that loose ball, Nesbitt. And he was way outside the circle. He just got turned and landed. on that hip. Hopefully he's going to be okay. He's walking a little gingerly.
You see the numbers on Shepard, second-year player out of Belmont. Averaging about 19 minutes per game. He's sporting his own pair of book ones at the free throw line.
Free throws are good. Suns down 3. Beal bringing it up. Guarded by Shepard. Picking and rolling with Beal. Kicks it to, Bol. Kicks it to Bol. Over to Grayson. They got it to Durant. 8 seconds. Pocket pass from Durant is not even close. Turned over. Obi Toppin the other way. Finishes through Durant. Suns down 5. So I think KD really thought he thought Grayson was going to cut to the rim, and Grayson popped out for the 3. That's just a little common mistake that happens, you know. But Durant's got to remember, this is Grayson Allen. Like, what's he likely going to do? Pop for an open 3 or cut to the rim? Likely, you would guess he's gonna pop to the 3. So that I do think that's on KD. You know. Al says that Gabe, at some point, the coach has got to understand that we have a decent bench that needs some attention as much as the starters. Yeah, maybe he's just that type of coach that just rides his starters harder than he should. Pause and LMAO. Kind of like D'Antoni. D'Antoni would only practice like 5 or 6 players. He had a 6-man rotation. No one else saw the light of day, not even in practice. Maybe that's one of Bud's things. You know, maybe he just isn't the type of coach that really trusts his bench, you know, but he should. He really should. See a lot of people in the chat upset with KD. What's KD doing wrong other than missing some threes here, you know? These little middies have been keeping us in the game. Because Book scored maybe twice. Well, three buckets from Book. He's got 9 points. Yeah, Bashir, I want the Suns to cut the losing streak, but more than anything, I want them to go on a winning streak. I just need them to get back above 500, and I don't even know if I need a winning streak. I at this point, I might even take just start treading water at 500 for the next week, and then week or 2, and then after that, it's like, okay, now we've treaded water, now we know how to swim for real. Let's go win some games in a row. I don't know. They're just too freaking talented to be this soft and weak and mushy and easy to push around. You know. Beal is limping back into the game. He does not look 100%.
5 points and 3 rebounds, but he's been aggressive, getting in the lane, going downhill, and the Suns need to continue to have him do that.
I think a lot of folks were surprised, as I mentioned, after he went down.
Book.
Hard on that hit.
Looking for Durant. Just give it to him. What the hell are we doing? Finally does. Durant into the corner to Grayson. He has to keep it high. That's tough. He had like no time to pull it. That's another miss from 3 for Grayson. Nemhard over to Siakam.
When they pass the ball, even if it's
Siakam, guarded by Beal. Gonna drive on Beal, gonna turn around and back him down from the free throw line. Step back midi, in and out. Durant with the board. Pushes it up to Grayson. Grayson over to Durant. Back down to Grayson. Grayson into the corner to Beal. Beal wide open 3 is good. Great shot, Beal. Thank you.
Defensively inside against the bigs.
Think back to that possession. That's exactly what you were talking about from the previous possession, Andy. Come down, make the 2 quick passes, set up an open look.
Nembhard dribbling on Durant. Double step back into a pass to Halliburton. Gets it back from Halliburton. Down to Turner. Turns around, tries to flip it in, but can't. Good defense by Book. Book defending Turner in the paint. Durant stops, pops from the free throw line. Elbow! So pretty. Full speed. Stops and pops. Allen and Pascal getting frisky in the post-up area, and that's offensive foul on Pascal.
And Royce O'Neal out, certainly Nurk inside, but O'Neal gives you that big inside to defend on the opposition.
Yeah, playback is
Allen does such a great job.
lagging 1 frame per minute.
Kevin Durant, and it's a quick shot. He comes
Come on.
wide open, but I think
I'm sitting here staring at a mountain from the Suns'
they need him.
intro. Okay, here we go. Beal picking and rolling with Okogie. Kicks it down to Okogie. Over to Ryan Dunn. Hangs and finishes with a reverse layup with his left hand. No, he is not left-handed. That's his second jelly finish with the left hand today. Ooh, Halliburton, hideous 3, gets blocked. And Durant throws it up into an interception. Why is he passing like this today, man? I hate it. Pascal corner 3, no good. Dunn rebound. Dunn kicks it to Beal. Suns up 2, 54-52. If you haven't hit that like button, folks, please help us out. We got 222 watching. Suns are not shatting down their legs yet. Fadeaway, midi. No good for Beal. Nembhard bringing it up off the long rebound from Siakam. Mathurin looking for Turner. They're going to double him. Beal comes in and tries to draw a charge. Gets sent to the ground again. Gets up and is slowly walking up the court. Now he's in a light jog. He's wincing. Get him in the corner and let him hit another 3 if we need him. Nice pass from KD to Goat Kogi. Goat Kogi gets stripped by Mathurin, pushes it up to Halliburton. Halliburton behind the back. Mathurin with the jelly finish through KD.
Well, that's the first live ball turnover for Phoenix that the Pacers have been able to cash in on. And they lead by 2 now.
Grayson down to Durant. Siakam guarding. Durant keeping the ball away from him. Drives left and falls to the ground. Gets it to Okogie, who throws up a prayer as he's going to the ground after getting belly bumped to the ground, basically, and it goes in. Halliburton, crazy 3, ugly 3, no good. Suns going to get close to the last shot. They're going to give it back with about 6 seconds left, 7 seconds perhaps. Maybe more. Durant with 7 seconds. Backdoor pass to Beal. Beal fade away, getting smothered, blocked. Air ball off the backboard only. Does not hit rim. Mathurin downhill. Kicks it out to Siakam. Blocked. His 3 gets blocked by Beal out of bounds at the buzzer. Beal being an absolute warrior. Can't really do much, but he's doing whatever he can, and I appreciate that. 56 all. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Not bad, considering the way the Suns have been playing lately. Ugh. I will take it. All right? I will take it. Chicken wing, my bad. Sorry about the missing your message. Here's your playback VIP. It's tough here with no Sundo. Got nobody to talk to the chat while I'm VIPing. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Scoreboard is correct, Metro. Believe it or not, we are all tied up. Kevin Durant, 6 for 9 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, couple of free throws, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, a block, and 5 rebounds. Not bad. He's by far your leading scorer. Durant with 14. Booker has hit 1 of 3 threes, 4 rebounds, 7 assists for Booker. And I do think that's what it is. So Book dropped 62 on him last time. They asked Carlisle about that, and he, gave a flattering answer about how difficult it is to stop Booker, blah, 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 blah. So he knew, he already knew going into this, hey, we got to stop Book. So we let him get 62. Let's not allow that. They're doubling him. They're flashing an extra guy at him every time he touches the ball. And he's still doing okay. 3 for 7 is not bad. And he's got to the line for 3 free throws. So 9 points for Book. Hopefully he can triple that going through the rest of the game. He should be getting 9 in the third and 9 in the fourth minimum. But we'll see what happens with that. Ryan Dunn, I got to tell you guys, Ryan Dunn looks incredible. If he hits a couple of threes, I'm going to lose my shit. But you know what? Can we stop talking about everyone else for a second? Because I'd like to talk about a special 7'2" Sudanese king. I think he's from Sudan. Don't cancel me. So happy for Bol Bol. The thing that goes, I don't want to go underreported, is he was ready. You know how hard it is to be ready when it's your first time playing? Look at Grayson Allen. He's been out, 3 games with the head injury. He comes back and looks like complete ass cheeks that have been drenched with dog water. Like, he looks terrible. Falling to the ground, missing every shot he puts up, zigging when he's supposed to zag, zagging when he's supposed to zig. Looks trash. And he's not. We know Grayson's not trash, but he is right now because it's his first game back in quite a few, and he's rusty. You see Beal come back from injuries. Rusty. You see Book come back. Normally he's rusty. Durant comes back. He's able to not have as much rust. He's a freak of nature. Bol comes in. Oh, what do you need? A little MIDI? Oh, sure. Pop. Oh, what do you, they're guarding us. Oh, the clock's running down. Well, let me just step back. Pop. Oh, there's a rebound up at the top of the backboard. Instead of waiting for it to come down into Obi Toppin's hands, I think I'll just go snag it at the top of the square. Snag. Oh, there's someone in the paint that wants to block, out of bounds Suns ball. Like, I'm sorry that this happens sometimes, but it does. And our coach needs to understand that sometimes players aren't good practice players, no matter what you demand of them. But damn it, they're good in the game. And Bol Bol is good in the game. We've seen it over and over, but it's like, how do you reward someone? Like, let's say Bol Bol shows up to every practice high or drunk, or shows up and he's like eating McDonald's and he doesn't even have his shoes and he doesn't know where he's got the wrong practice jersey. And he's like, oh, my bad, coach. Oh, geez, bud. Oh, geez, coach. I'm sorry. I'm a fuck up. But then gets in the game and plays like this. It's like, how do you reward him for being such a bad practice player? It sets a bad precedent for the rest of the team. It's like, why should anyone else practice hard in practice if this is what's going to happen? If you're gonna still get minutes, why practice hard? It's just play him, bud. It's over. You suck. All right, your shit sucks. Your team sucks. Your offense sucks. You have nothing to lose. Play him. Plumlee's not good. Okay, Oso's not ready. At least Bol Bol has God-given height that can answer some problems that you have. And he's a shooter. You don't have a single big that can shoot. Bol can flat out shoot. Put him in the game. You're not good enough to keep Bol Bol on the bench. You ain't. You're not. Get over yourself. You're not Popovich. You ain't shit, okay? Giannis carried your bitch ass to a title. I said it. Okay? He went a combination of Superman, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Steve Kerr. Why? Because he became a perfect free throw shooter in the finals. All right? That's what happened. Play Bol Bol. Bitch. There. I've gone off on the Bol Bol situation. I'll leave it at that. What's up, James Donlin? What's going on? If only, Meatloaf. If only. Then he might actually be getting some minutes. You know? Let's see. Xavier says Big Three with Bol is fun. Absolutely. And I'm actually not minding watching Beal play point guard. He's doing kind of nice tonight. I mean, you know, 1 assist, but Book's doling out all the assists. He's getting the ball to Book. They're tripling Book, and he's getting rid of it, and people are hitting their shots a little bit. Katie, sure. I'll text you what I want. I'm just without Sundo, baby, so it's hard for me to text you and keep on top of that stuff with Nola Sundo. Sundo's mailing it in tonight. Appreciate you just watching. He says, just hit the like. That's right, guys. Hit that like. All right. Maybe likes are tied to us winning. Maybe you guys not hitting the like lately is the real reason the Suns suck. Does that work on anybody? That sort of manipulation tactic? Hit the like if it did. All right. Oh, Knicks. You know, Knicks, I actually had gumbo last night, and it was terrific. Little salty. Little salty, but it was good. Yeah, Metro, I don't know what a White Devil's doing right now. I haven't heard from... Gotcha, bitch. God damn it. How is this mosquito so good? This is the Bruce Lee of mosquitoes. I ain't get nothing on my hand. That's wild. I haven't heard from Romp in about 3 months, so it'd have to be Legary. But I don't know what the man's doing. The man's got a full life and a full schedule. What if it did, Knicks, and that's how I went out, and everybody saw how I went out? How did Karis LeVert hit that? That is nuts. All right, back to the scores. Plumlee, 1 for 2. Plumlee is either being told by Coach Bud, do not guard the three-point line, or he's absolutely refusing to. Now, I think he's refusing to. Or he thinks that's the smart move, so he's doing that. Because Bol Bol has been guarding the three-point line. As soon as Bol Bol went out there, his ass was all over Thomas Bryant at the three. Maybe a little too much. I almost wouldn't mind him backing down a little bit, closer to where Plumlee was playing. But whatever. So Plumlee, dog shit today. And that's what you get from minimum paid centers. What do we get from Eubanks? Sometimes a good game. Sometimes you have to tip your cap to him and say, good job, Eubanks. You really hustled. You really helped the team. Sometimes you could say that about Plumlee more often than you could, I would say, even over Plumdog. Eubanks over Plum, if I said that wrong. Today is not that day. Today's the other day where it's just it's laughable. It's embarrassing. It's infuriating. It's if I wasn't bald already, I'd be ripping me hair out type of a performance. And we talked about Dunn already, just looking great. I just want Dunn to keep progressing like this. And before you know it, we're going to have a real player on our hands, you know? They showing y'all's Hubie Brown or something? Yeah, Azul. It's just he doesn't have skill. He doesn't have, like, that hook shot he took. I knew it wasn't going in. He has, for his size, he has decent handles. But that doesn't matter when you're playing against NBA players who can read and react to your handles. If Plumlee was at, I don't know, like a high, if he was at a Drew League or something, he could show off his handles and you'd be like, God damn, Plumlee has moves like that? Yeah, but you can't do it against guards with that fast of hands and that good of defensive skills. They'll rip you. And that's what they do to him whenever he tries to put it between his legs and show everyone that he can dribble. No, bitch. Just act like a big, give it to a ball handler and get the F out of the way. You have a few things that we're counting on you to do. Putting it between your legs and getting to the rim ain't one of them. Azul says we need Dragon Bender back. If only. If only that dude. That dude was like heartless, I feel like. I feel like he had like that Aiton gene in him where he was just scared of his own shadow. You know? No dog in Bender whatsoever. Absolutely no dragon in him either. And that was my guy. Dragon Bender was my guy. I haven't been that excited about a draft prospect in a while. I mean, since then, yeah, but before that, he was it. I'm like, oh my God, we got our Porzingis. This dude is like 7'3", can shoot, can put it on the ground. He's got to be able to defend, but he didn't have any sort of like, all that European angst that Porzingis had, completely missed Bender. Jose says, what do you think is Phoenix's immediate problem? That's a great question. So, like, the first thing that you need to fix. That is tough. I say the first thing that I think the Suns need to fix is their defensive mindset and effort. If they could get themselves to come out and play really good defense, which would obviously tire them out, so then they're going to need to play more reserves. I think if they could just play way better defense and go back to that 9-2 Suns team that was in the top 5 of defensive categories, if they could go back to that, that would be the fix. I think that's the number one thing I would fix if I could. You know, they had it in the beginning of the year, and then now they're trash on D.
Assists between the two of them.
And they limit the Pacers to 39% shooting as we get a look at our game insights brought to you by Sports Laser Ice Center. Visit teamidoc.com. Pacers started out 7 of 9 from the field, but then, as you mentioned, Phoenix kind of found their footing defensively. We've seen great and heard great communication being down here on the floor with some of the different combinations that Bud has had to roll out there because
all right.
they are shorthanded. If you're tuning in late,
I believe that's Nemhard who gave it to Halliburton, over to Mathurin, to Siakam, and back to Nemhard, Halliburton, over to Mathurin. They are passing the shit out of this ball. We get a chicken wing from Mathurin, and they call that against Book. How is that against Book for getting chicken winged off? It's either not a foul on Book or it's a foul on Mathurin. I don't see how that's against Book. That's just me talking. All right.
Points.
But the Pacers 8 of 8 from the free throw line in that first half, 4 of 5 for the Suns, and you'd like to see the Suns, especially in the second
free throw
half,
is
be a
good.
little bit more aggressive to get to the free throw line.
Let me pull this game cast back up.
Let's get a message from our friends at Fry's Food Stores. Mather now. Good young player out of the University of Arizona.
Both free throws
They
good.
really missed him last year in that deep run into the playoffs.
How we doing on playback? Anybody need these? Ooh, we had a 199 dono, says Grassi for the VIP, sir. From Big Bat.
Gets tripped up, hits the deck. On the roll, Ryan Dunn. with the
Done, floater, no good. Plumlee tries to tip it in,
Miles Turner,
can't.
Number 3 in the league in blocks this season. A 2-time block champ. Mather with a high dribble, able to regain possession.
Nemhard over to Turner.
Back outside now to Halliburton. 9 points.
Hallie back to Turner. Over to Siakam. Open three. In and out. Let's go.
Players on the three. The three ball not falling tonight, which is unusual because the Pacers shoot the three better at home.
Durant got Nemhard on him.
Percentage in the league at just over
Gonna
40%.
abuse. Gets shoved to the ground.
Drive across the lane with Nemhard.
Give us a foul, please, refs. Thank you.
It did look bad, but the thin man popped up immediately.
On the ground, too. What an
6 of
insult.
9 from the field. He's got 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
We talked about the Pacers. They 23 three-pointers they put up.
Plumlee on the drive and kick. Beal touch pass, swings around, sets up the straightaway three from Booker.
Oh, my God. Book's three just.
Had quite a few of those.
6 of 14 now from beyond the arc. Nemhard will try his hand at the step back three.
And, of course, Nemhard hits a deep three.
He's 2 of 2. His
Smooth as
offense
butter.
coming from beyond the
Suns
arc.
down 5. Book driving left, going to the Riznak.
Booker on the drive and
Fouled by Nemhard. That's a couple of quickies on Nemhard.
So free throws coming here for Book.
I like the drive right away. They came down, looked to get in that offense early. Booker had the lead on it, created that contact, maybe get himself going off these free throws.
Book having a tremendous season from the free throw line. Just over 90%, his highest single season since 1920 season when he shot almost 92%.
I mean, you look back at his career when he first came as a young pup to the Phoenix Suns, and he's gotten better every year on something.
Halliburton on the drive and kick. Well, it speaks to what Rick Carlisle brought up before the game.
Akon, Young Jeezy.
And Miles Plumlee looking back at Bud saying, challenge that. None of us touched it. And I'm not sure they're going to get a confirmation the way that Mace wanted. So Pacers will trigger the inbound, bring it out now to Turner. Halliburton being challenged offensively by the Suns rookie Ryan Dunn.
Backdoor pass from Halliburton to Turner. Turner drills it. Open, deep three. Where was Plumlee? Don't know.
25 now.
All right.
Booker on the roll. Jump stop
Book
baseline.
pulls from the short baseline and hits the two. I like that.
Defense cut him off. Little 5-foot jumper.
And Andy, that is maybe one of the hardest shots.
Halliburton.
Because when you're driving that hard and you pull up, there
Out
is
to
a
Nemhard.
tendency
Nemhard to Siakam. Siakam to Halliburton. Wide open. No one even in the same zip code.
short-armed about that three-point shot.
Three is good. What I tell you guys, they just don't play defense. They just don't. If they get screened or something, first of all, they're going under the screen. And second of all, they're not fighting through it. Done. Little floater. Nice and easy. Great pass from Durant.
Paint. And Ryan with his 13th start of the season, he's got 8 points. Dunn coming off an 8-point
Hallie.
game.
Mid-range, no good. Plumlee
Keeping
comes
Turner
away
off
with the
the
board.
glass.
Thank God.
And you'd like to see one other player get hot for the Suns besides Booker and Durant.
Dunn in the corner. That one off the mark. Siakam with a rebound. Quick pass up the floor down to Mather.
Matherin pulls and hits in Durantula's face.
In the last 3 minutes.
Damn.
The Pacers.
Now,
They knocked down 16, so now all of a sudden they've got 4 more than Phoenix. Dunn will try his hand at another one and bottoms up.
Dunn hits. Beautiful. Thank you, Ryan.
2 threes in his last
And it's
game.
looking good.
He's been struggling from that position a little bit, but he's very confident in taking it.
Halliburton on the drive. Dunn
Hallie fouled by Dunn going to the line.
Boy, Halliburton got those long arms as well. And Dunn pays the price for challenging. And Halliburton will head to the free throw line.
Dunn all by himself.
God, Dunn's jumper looks
He knocked that one
perfect.
down.
Absolutely
Hit the
picture
rim.
perfect.
But he said his teammates and his coaches are giving him confidence.
Yeah, and look, there's been the thing that you love about Ryan, especially as a rookie, but there's been no hesitation. There's been no questioning, even from him through his body language. He's going to continue to take that shot. Yeah, shot 39% of the
65, 71.
He's at about 25, 26% over the last 17, 18 games.
Now this is his 13th start, and again, because of the injuries that the Suns have had, having the opportunity to play, as we mentioned earlier in the first half, the last 5 games, he's averaging almost 26 minutes.
Book, guarded by Nemhard. Gets it to Grayson, over to Okogie. Durant, nice jab step, going baseline. Once a foul call, the refs won't give it to him. And Durant is pissed. Yeah, and Durant gets a tech. Shut up, you bald bitch, ref. How about you fucking do your job, and then you won't have to tech players for getting pissed off at you for sucking at your job.
Drawing the ball loose.
God damn these refs, man.
Here tonight. Carlisle back in the first half, as you see Bud motioning with his arm.
Well, it's a definite bump.
Fouled
right
the
there.
shit out of him.
Saw the elbow of Turner get right into the belly of Durant.
And all the players.
Nice pass from Nemhard. Oh my God! Turner just postered Book. Book was trying to get out of the way, but god damn. You know, and that could be the emotional dagger right there, don't you think?
The Pacers coming out after that free throw with the big dunk.
Hey, what do you know, guys? Third quarter meltdown. Woo! We knew we'd be here. We knew we'd be here, right? And here we are as a family. All right, now I like that. I really like that. I mean, Mona, it was, I don't know, I need to see it in instant replay to see if it was truly a poster or not. For a second, it looked like it was. What's up, Style? Style says, worst defense in the entire NBA. Yeah, Raphael, it's. I mean, I don't know how you vote him in this year. He certainly hasn't had an all-star year this year, unless you're considering, like, you know, oh, everyone knows he's an all-star, he should be in type shit. I don't know. The West is stacked. Sure, there's other statistically more deserving players for it on teams with better records than, what are we, 11th right now, out of the play-in, you know? I don't even want him to play in the All-Star game, to be completely honest. It's a waste of time. It's the worst All-Star game experience of any sport. I don't know. The Pro Bowl's pretty bad, too. But don't want him to get hurt. Don't want him to not be resting. So, whatever. Whatever. You know. His team can't even not get cooked by a losing record Pacers team. So, but I do feel like this Pacers team is a secretly good team that's just been playing bad. They have so much talent, and they're very well coached. And that's not cope. That's just the truth. Like, I really feel that way about Indiana. So it doesn't hurt as bad to me to lose to Indiana as it does to lose to some other teams we've been losing to, you know. Durant, Ruben, I think Durant deserves in the All-Star game. He's absolutely earned that and more this year.
All from beyond the arc. Now with their biggest lead of the night.
And also got to the free throw line 5 of 5, so being outscored 19-9 so far in this quarter.
Grayson
Allen,
to Beal.
Okogie, Booker, Durant, the 5 on the floor.
Suns
here
trying to close
for
this
Phoenix.
gap they've created again for themselves in the third quarter. Durant over to Book. Book pulls the 2 and hits. Very pretty jumper. Contested. It's good.
Yeah, the big thing right now for the Suns, come up with some defensive stops.
Nemhard. Back to Turner. Back to Nemhard.
Nemhard taking a peek inside. Now they get
Nemhard Hezzy bumps the shit out of Okogie. No foul on them, though. Foul on us. Okay.
For the Pacers.
And that really kept them even in the first half, even though the Suns were
Just gonna
turning the
double
ball
check
over,
here on
those
VIP,
free throws really make a big
VIPs. Make sure you guys have them.
Suns
Red
6 of
Eye, give me
7
1
from the
second. I'll
line.
find you one.
Pacers now with their 14th and 15th free throw attempt of the game.
Unless you don't need one, Red Eye.
They were 8 of 8 in the first half. So to your point, you've been able to get the line here in this third quarter. To remind you, give BuzzRx a shot. Save up 80% on your prescriptions. Find discounts at buzzrx.com/Suns.
Book to Durant, pump fake.
Booker
And
Nemhard
Book and
in a
Nemhard getting
wrestling
tied up. If that's on Nemhard, that's at least 3 fouls.
foul called there by Curtis Blair.
It'll be interesting
Yep,
to see
that'll
how
be his
the officials
third.
call it in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, because it was pretty physical, especially inside. And some calls were made, some calls were not. And the one thing that's real physical is
Durant
on the
into
outside, how much
Okogie.
holding is going
Back
on
to
and
Book.
hand-checking.
Well, it's the
Book
part
to
of the game
Grayson.
that we have seen
Grayson
change.
down to Durant on the block. He's got Obi topping. He just turns and pulls. Not even close. Kind of halfway in between being a backboard shot and a nothing but net, and it hits the side of the rim. Matherin easily steps to the rim, steps through Book and Beal, and scores with a very simple
Somebody's gotta
layup
step
gather
up on that
move.
defensive end to be a little bit more communicative.
Durant to the rack, stops, floats, leaves it short. Turner with the board.
Another Indy rebound. Suns not getting any kind of
Obi
second shot.
Toppin, no good, and that's a foul while he was shooting against Halliburton. Does that send him to the line? How does that work?
We've got 3 starters for the Suns in Beal, Durant, and Booker. And so somebody's got to be vocal out there, really kind of take charge of this team in the leadership of it.
Yes, they are,
Especially on the
SB.
defensive end. You've
Yes,
got to
they
be able to
are.
talk, communicate, and so forth, and just kind of settle this team down.
Extra
too.
depressing with no Sundo here to at least have his eye candy. Halliburton into Nemhard.
Get it into the hands of Halliburton.
Good defense by Beal, cuts him off. Screen from Turner. Okogie switches. That's good. Then they get Beal down on Turner. He turns around and hits Obi. Obi out to Halliburton. 4 seconds. That was a good pass to escape out of that situation. Halliburton has to throw up a prayer ball, and Durant gets the rebound, but it's a shot clock vio.
Scrambling on that, helping each other out. Never gave up on the play.
But it's that kind of communication and connectivity that you were alluding to, Annie, that they're going to have to do the
Beal to
remaining
Book.
16 of this third quarter, trailing by 11.
And we talked about the opening as far as the energy guys, and that right now it's Grayson Allen and Kobe.
Book picking and rolling with Durant.
Booker crossing over.
Book to Durant for 3. He hits. Thank you. I mean, 2 of the best shooters in the world should be able to get something going, you'd think. Halliburton steps back into a 3. Short. Turner tips it in easily with us being small. Book behind the back, kicks it to Beal in the corner. Beal out to Durant. Durant gets bumped and gets a foul. Matherin with the foul. How many is that on him? Only 2. Interesting.
They've got fouls to give. Each team only 8 fouls.
Durant, just 2 free throws so far tonight. Suns 6 of 7. AD shooting just over 80%.
Durant growing that hamburger meat out a little bit. Hits the first.
I always love to see where the fans are checking in, and well, they've truly gone to the dogs. Opie, the dog, checking in Watching the Suns game, sponsored by the Valley Chevy dealers. For your chance to be featured on the broadcast, post your photo with the hashtag.
Trey 5 says, why is Bol Bol not in
I just love all the Suns outfits
over on
that the
playback?
Nets
Well,
get to wear in the photos.
they'll probably have him come in as Plumlee's backup, but for now they just want to go small. I don't see why you don't go small with Bol Bol.
There for the rebound.
He can at least help with rebounds. Gray Goose gets the pass from Book back to Book. Book stepping through, getting his shit swatted from behind by Turner. I don't know what he thought was going to happen there, and Okogie slaps it off Turner's knee on his way to the rim. Suns ball, don't lie.
Turner comes up with the block.
Book's about to get tacked up, going at the rim, or going at the refs.
Defensively, the Suns come up with their defensive play.
And I'm not sure. We may have a challenge, it looks like, from.
Looks like Pacers are going to challenge this.
Oh, I've got to stop and play. There is player with little blood. No, Halliburton.
Boy, in the old days, you just stick cotton up there and go out and play. I remember those days.
Suns trailing by 8 here, 5:08 to go. The first of
They're
three
trying to
straight
stop a
on this
nosebleed on
road
Halliburton.
There you
Ugh.
go. Stop it up.
Ugh.
Makes it tough to breathe.
Makes my eyes water looking at that.
Halliburton's like, remember, this is the face for social media, so don't be twisted on that nose too much.
Oh, yeah, we didn't have that.
Suns trying to snap this little slide they're in. They dropped 4 the last 5 games, Annie, by combined 18 points over the last 3 specifically.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, they have been in the games. A lot of them they had to come back, too. They really had to scratch their way back. But as you said, I mean, they're aggressive and they're coming.
Beal stops and pops the mid-range. No good.
Dozen of those tonight. Halfway down,
God,
top
man.
down.
Yeah, only 8
Sad.
points, 3 of 11, but he's
Halliburton.
playing so hard.
Yeah, trying
Over to
play
Nemhard, gets it
really
right back. Pump fake, gets it over to Mathurin. Grayson on him. Down to Turner, who's posting up Durant. Durant blocks him, but it still goes through his hand and in. That's the type of season the Suns are having, guys.
Turner in his 10th season.
That's the type of season the Suns are having. And Durant's talking shit back to the Pacers bench.
5 rebounds.
Hopefully they've awokened the demon. No, they've awoken the turnover demon. He tries to throw it to Grayson and almost gets it stolen.
Carlisle is certain the Suns touched it last. He's turning back. He wants to see if they can challenge it.
I think it's too soon for.
Book gets it from Grayson. Pick and roll here from
7 on the shot clock here.
Okogie. Book
Book on the drive. Work on
bumping.
Nemhard with the ball
Kicks it
fake.
back to Okogie for an open 3-Ogie. Over to Allen, actually. Who drills it? Thank you, Goose.
Time shot by
Thank you,
Allen.
Goose,
Knocked
for
down his first
once.
Boy, and how about the patience from J.O., who had a wide open look,
Mathurin.
but on the dribble penetration set up an even better shot.
Over to Halliburton, who takes the running pull-up. No good. Toppin tries to dunk it back in and hurts his hand. I don't understand how that's a foul.
Something that really hurt Phoenix. A New Year's Eve loss to Memphis where they surrendered 16 offensive rebounds. And anytime this
How did we
guy's on the
foul?
floor, Andy,
What's the
you've
call
gotta be
here?
Prepared for him getting dropped out of the rafters.
Well, absolutely. We talked
Grayson
about
Allen,
small
he must
ball
have
right now
bumped
for
him
the
on the way to
Suns.
rim. I don't think he
And
saw him
because
coming.
You don't have the height, you don't have the physicality. You've got to find a body. And you cannot just turn and look at the shot where the ball is going to bounce off the backboard of the rim. You've got to find a body and get it, block them out. You've got to bump them because Toppin had nobody hit him until after he was up in the air.
Toppin in his 9 minutes, because of that activity that you're talking about.
Morris comes into the game for Okogie. Plumlee comes into the game for Booker. You guys excited about that?
Have come from the free throw line. The Suns 8 of 9, so he is almost shot as many free throws as the Suns have. 6'9", springy, bouncy
Toppin
body.
hits.
Of course, comes from pretty good pedigree. His father Obadiah earned the nickname Dunker's
Beal.
Delight. Playing back at the Rutgers
Guarded by
Summer League.
Mathurin. Behind the back, getting a screen here from Durant, and Toppin gets shoved from behind by Obi Toppin.
And not a wise foul that time by Toppin.
Rick Carlisle out on the floor again.
Yeah, that'll put the Suns in the bonus. I'm not sure what Rick Carlisle could
Good,
do.
we need to be in the bonus.
Clear push from behind.
Well, both coaches are pretty fiery on some of these calls, so it'll be interesting.
Could you guys imagine being as bald as Rick Carlisle? That'd be insane.
As the Suns have had for Durant, these will be free throws 5
Durant hits the
and
first
6.
free throw.
Happy New Year from the Phoenix Suns. From now until tomorrow, you can now buy tickets to
We're going to get a timeout in between free throws.
We look forward to another amazing year of Suns basketball with the best fans in the NBA. Offer excludes resale tickets. Don't wait.
Oh, boy. Was I expecting to have Sundo here by now? Yeah, but, you know. Can't come between Sundo and the Lort. Sundo is delivered, you know, and I ain't trying to undeliver him. Pan says, how bald are you, Gabe? Very bald. All the way. I mean, I could grow in some bull jive, but it would look way worse than just shaving it. Win-lose, Bol did play. He played very well. Snagged some boards, blocked some shots, hit his 2 jumpers. One was a deep step back. And now he's back on the bench in shackles. That's funny, Spray Mace. Seriously. It wouldn't even look as good as Jalen Suggs, Ruben. It would look way worse, you know?
Winning ticket of our 50-50 raffle benefiting the Pacers Foundation. The current pot sits at $2,825. All right, here we go. The winning
Yeah, Styles. Hopefully they're all prepared. I'm sure they are.
1-0. That's on the big board.
Also, he doesn't have to work tomorrow, so that's good.
The guest relations, that's located on the main concourse. For more information, visit Pacers5050rules.com.
Now this Make You Smile moment brought to you by Studio B Smiles. And let's face it, we always smile when there are babies involved. But this one even more so when you check this out. J.O. had met this young
Yeah, I mean, that song has become so
the wife was pregnant.
synonymous. That's crazy.
They
Like,
brought
you'd
the
think he
little
is at the
onesie,
game
and
for them
J.O.
playing
signed
that.
it, please name him Josh. Well, that is how big a J.O. fans and Suns fans they are as they bring the young, newly named Josh to the
Durant
game.
at the line.
And J.O. just one of the great human beings. I mean, look at the smile on J.O.'s face there.
Well, Scott and Emily Kempler. Scott was a huge Suns fan growing up with his dad, and he said, I want to take my kid to that game.
Nemhard to Toppin, over to Halliburton. Suns down 7. Over to Toppin. Scoop layup is good. That was a really nice layup. Not going to even cap or be a dickhead about it. That was nice. Oh, Plumlee tries to go up for a dunk. It gets blocked by Turner. Put Bol Bol back in the game, please, bud. Halliburton crosses the shit out of Grey Goose. Has to get it back to Turner and get it right back. Crossover. Plumlee gets a foul at the top of the key, trying to guard Halliburton. For some reason, Plumlee's out there on the perimeter getting cooked.
3-point shooting and free throw shooting here in this third quarter is what has allowed Indiana to create the separation here on the Suns.
Siakam
Pacers
coming back
10 of
into the
29.
game.
The Suns hit a couple of late, now 9 of 18. What we said, overall defense, the Suns have limited the Pacers 43% shooting from the field. This is an Indiana offense that comes in here number 4 in the league in field goal
Free
percentage
throws
at nearly
good
49%.
for Halliburton.
But they're getting the shots. They've got 11 more shots at the basket than the Suns.
Suns
have only
back
taken
down
57
10.
shots.
Because of the offensive rebound.
Morris picking and rolling with Beal.
Suns have done a much better job at taking care of the basketball tonight. 8 turnovers.
Beal
only 4
trying to go
points
down
for the
heel.
Pacers. Plumlee.
Dumps it off to Plum Dog. Out to Goose. Pump fake. Goose behind the back. Goose to the Riznak. Goose's layup would have been so sexual, but he missed it. Halliburton out to Siakam. Over to Shepard, who drills the 3. And that is how you collapse in the third quarter. No, that is. Beal almost threw it to an intercepting Nemhard. No, Shepard over to Goose. Goose step back 3 is good. Wow, Suns back down 10.
Yeah, the rhythm and timing.
Uh-oh, Steele Morris. What's happening? What's up? Got Patron in my cup.
Monte on the drive. He gets hit, gets it up off the iron. And free throws coming here from Monte Morris. Trying to
Morris going to the
make an
line.
impact, has done so far in his 11 minutes, 6 points. First free throw attempts of the night for Monte.
Nice pass by Beal. A little
Right as you guys are bullying
step back.
Grayson, he hits a
And he
step
gets
back
shot
3,
going, his
huh?
conditioning going again. It's going to be a big-time player in this game.
Morris
10
hits the
games
first
missed
free
so
throw.
far this
Back
season
down
for
9.
Grayson. Good to have him back, shooting just over, not quite 38%.
Matherin comes
Beyond
into the
the arc
game.
on the season after leading the NBA from downtown last year.
Yeah, and he took the role to come off the bench with Tyus Jones coming onto the team.
Right. No Tyus tonight, no Oso tonight.
McConnell
Both
up to
sidelined due
Matherin. Back to
illness.
McConnell.
And
Picking and
Wilson
rolling with
Hill's still out.
Toppin. Picking.
Royce won't be reevaluated
Driving. Kicks it
until
back to Toppin. Siakam. Top of the key. Stops. Pulls the 2. And it's good. It's a tough shot. And a screen foul on Beal. Jeez.
Didn't lean into it.
Coach Bud looks like he wants to cry.
I got there probably a little bit too late.
Yeah, I don't know what Beal was doing there. He didn't even need to do all that. Matherin back to Toppin, top of the key. Steps through to the rim. That's a travel. How many steps does he get? Doo-dah, doo-dah. I'm fidna unlive myself. Matherin just bullies Beal to the ground. No offensive foul. Then Toppin gets a steal. Gets it to Matherin. Over to Siakam. Wide open in the corner for 3. It's airballed. Wow.
Shepard nearly with a steal on play.
Durant throws it up to Morris. Suns down 12
Kind
ski.
of dangerous territory here for Phoenix, down by a dozen.
Picking and rolling. No. Looking for Durant. Beal's tying his shoe. He's not available to catch the ball right now. I'm sorry. I can't do anything. Morris was looking at him like trying to get him the ball, but he's literally bent over tying his damn shoe. And we get a shot clock violation. Don't you love it, folks? Don't you love these Suns?
Pass for
Dunn
Morris
coming into the
to get
game
somebody
for
open, but,
Grayson.
you can see a little bit of a sluggishness right now in this third quarter for the Suns, and certainly I think Coach Bud trying to get some guys that have some a little bit more energy, rested.
Me too, Chuckster. They're an embarrassment to themselves. Matherin over to Siakam. 25 seconds on the game. 13 on the shot. Connolly.
You can see too the Pacers.
I mean, McConnell with a beautiful little midi leaner. Damn, that's tough. Suns down 14. Suns basically giving up 100 points in 3 quarters. Durant behind the back down to Plum Dog Trillion Hairs. And he's fouled by Matherin going to the line to shoot his left-handed yumpers. Now, Katie, I mean, I literally put on non-Suns gear to try to unjinx us because every time I wear Suns gear and we lose.
Yeah, and you talk about the free throws that the Pacers have shot have usually been in shooting situation. Unlike the Suns, they have not gotten that situation as much.
Ooh, lefty free throw goes.
May shooting just over 60% from the line on the season. 12 points, 6 of 6 from the field in his 27 minutes in that New Year's Eve loss to Memphis.
Yeah, Malo, I might have to go Grinch Mass. That seems to be the only thing that this team responds to.
Coach Bud has really gone small ball a lot in this game.
Yeah, had to mix and match again. No Nurk. Tonight is the final game.
Plum Dog's free throws are both good. Let's see if we can stop them from getting a bucket in 4.4 seconds going full court. 3, 2, 1. No good. Oh, wow, it almost banked in. Goodness gracious.
And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. But a big quarter for the home team. And the Pacers lead it by a dozen as we head to the fourth. 96-84. You're watching
Third quarter meltdown. Doodle doodle doo.
Another third quarter collapse, huh? Man. Good thing I was at church praising the Lord, not watching this garbage.
Could you talk to him about the Suns next time?
Who?
The Lord?
No. The Suns deserve what the Suns deserve at this point, bro.
Tough love from Sundo.
I got a case of the sick of this.
Hello. If my wife is listening, our food is at the door.
What did I tell you about this East Coast road trip?
It's going to be brutal.
It's going to make or break this season to make me decide how I feel about this team.
So last time Book played,
I'm already leaning toward blow it up, but
yeah, we all are. So last time Book played here, he scored 62. So they're really doing work on him. You know, they're doubling and tripling him. So they've kept his scoring low.
Oh my gosh, she said yes.
Ryan Dunn been doing work. It's been a great Dunn game.
Okay, I'm looking at the box score now. So we legitimately stayed with them tie game until the third quarter where we let them score 40 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told everybody before the game, I did a sarcastic run through of what the game would be like. I told them.
But was it very sarcastic?
Oh, so sarcastic. You know. Glad to see your mic still hot.
Sorry. It's I don't even think it's the fact that it's hot. I think it's just time for a new interface at this point.
Mic. Thank you, baby.
Yep.
Sandwich has arrived.
Josh Okogie, Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, and Mason Plumlee trailing by a dozen.
Open corner three for Okogs, left it hella short. $5 dono from James Johnson. What up, baller Gabe and Sensei Sundo? I see the usual suspects are up to the same shenanigans. Just waiting for Kevin Spacey Butler to arrive.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
If Jimmy Butler still wants to come here after the way the season has been, like, hats off to him.
Well, Memphis has shot up to being like the favorites, or tied with us for the favorites.
From beyond the arc. They were 13 to 23, and you've mentioned it a few times now.
Let's see, Sundo. Let's hear your whack ass cab excuse for booty holders. That's what you sound like, dude.
Third quarter, in which they scored to the Suns 28.
I don't even know what his rotation is today. Honestly, I just got here.
No Nurk, right? No Oso. Oso's sick.
Oso's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna play him backup 5.
Bol Bol came in and played brilliant. Got a couple of 2 or 3 blocks immediately.
And then got
went 2 for 2 with his jumpers. Snagged some boards.
And got benched immediately.
Got benched for a small lineup. When Plumlee's not out there, they're going small with no Bol.
Auto owners pays what
Yeah.
they owe without any hassle.
Seems suspect
That's
to me.
like simple human sense.
But that's your guy, Bud, that doesn't do anything wrong.
Double figures again for Monte Morris. Had 12 points against Memphis.
And he can only rotate who's on the team, right?
14 minutes tonight for Monte.
If he's got a bunch of lazy bums on the team, what else is he gonna do?
Came over
If the lazy bums again, you know what I mean?
via a trade as we look at the offensive foul charge against Bryant.
Booker
That is crazy right
Bryant
there.
Down low.
Pacers hit hard.
We keep having Book guarding the big.
Their big men, Wiseman going down with the Achilles injury.
It's just so weird. I love Bol
right
Bol.
back.
And I understand the Bol Bol
Cutoff is
disdain sometimes, but not playing him when bro actually plays, he gives you decent good minutes. It's wild to me.
5 on the shot clock. Pass inside. Dunn floating back.
Ooh, Dunn!
Open scoring. He's got 13.
Well, you can see
God.
that Indiana's looking
Okay,
to double
Dunn.
up on
Continue to
All
do
games
that.
been like that for him, bro.
somebody-
He's just been
so the
so
Suns
nice
have to be
today.
aware of that.
From the corner, Shepard. Good contest. That time by J.O. to force the miss.
Yeah, Plumlee did a nice job getting the body on the defense.
Book on the crossover, now pulls it back outside. Looking for Plumlee, able to chase down the loose ball. Across the floor, Morris behind the stripe. Can't connect. Dunn fighting for the loose ball rebound, but it's gathered there. But Okogie jumps inside, gets the steal, gets it.
Listen, but I don't have an excuse. I'm not making excuses anymore. I really don't care at this point. I really do not care anymore.
Well, it all
Your
started
Bud's
off
little-
with Ryan Dunn not giving up on the play.
little
knocks
best
it loose,
friend,
and
aren't
Okogie
you?
is right there on McConnell knocking it loose, and McConnell not happy with a no call. Gives the
I just
shove.
do not care about this team anymore at this point.
We talked about
until
the energy players. That's
something
Dunn.
changes, a la a Jimmy Butler trade, until I see them do something, I'm kind of in this in between mode. Whatever.
And then you've got
Because really the execution and effort on this team is
5
nuts.
points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block. He is filling up the box score.
Are there any Bradley Beal trades available? Well, Jason, that's what I'm saying. If they don't get Butler, then they don't get Butler. You know what I mean?
Dunn headed to the bench.
That seems to be the only rumor coming out.
Yo, we missed a haunted Kiwi dono.
I didn't see that. He said on the plus side we're going to get Dylan Brooks. I laughed.
Oh, okay.
No, but there's Thomas Bryant for another Indiana offensive rebound. Jarris Walker is nobody. Put a body on Walker. He ran right down the lane, untouched, to slam it home.
They just lost him.
That
Kickball.
pass is kicked.
Until changes happens, it's whatever.
Out.
But super. I mean, if he doesn't want to play him, I said that's ridiculous. So what do you want me to do about it?
Now you see Walker coming right in there, that space, and everybody was.
But you know who
concerned
else
about where
did
the
that?
ball was, not
Frank
where the
Vogel.
cutters were.
And you know who else
Walker
would have done that?
originally
Monty
at
Williams.
Washington, now in his
Oh,
second
yeah.
year out of the University of Houston.
Bull's back.
Hey, Bobo.
Bol Bol 5 points in his 5 first half minutes. Booker on the drive, runs.
Booker,
it up,
what was
get
that?
it.
That's insane.
Expecting a whistle that didn't come.
That was
Here is
actually
Siakam.
insane.
He's got 11 points, and the Suns have kept him under wraps so far tonight. After he went for 25 and 18, too strong.
The Bol Bol thing is a freaking two-coach problem. It's weird, bro.
Trigger, corner 3, yes.
Thank you, Gray.
Grayson Allen, folks. You all wanted to talk shit.
To miss that shot and coming down and getting a
Don't
big
ever
shot on the other
disrespect
end
a
for the
white
Suns.
Because he's
man.
fat. Because he's fat. Because he's fat.
9:23
He's
to go.
ripped.
I know I'm just being
Grayson
stupid.
Allen getting himself
He
ready
is
for that
yoked.
shot. And the quick release.
Gabe turned invisible. He's eating like I am, but he's afraid to show you him eating. So I'm the only fat son of a B word eating on camera at this point.
I just want to be able to eat with my mouth open, food hanging out of me mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Without burner creeping.
Sounds like you got some chips.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get, bro?
Doritos Cool Ranch.
I'm talking about sandwich-wise. I mean, forget the chips. All chips to me are like
Club
the same.
sandwich.
From where?
It's this Austin place that, dude, I'll put up against any sandwich shop in America.
Look, listen to me. What kind? What do you mean, like? You said what kind of club was it? Club sandwich?
Yeah,
What's on it?
So
turkey,
ham, bacon, provolone, cheddar.
What kind of bread?
That's the thing that makes this place so good. So this place is called Thundercloud Subs, and
that's every sandwich though.
They just have the softest bread, bro. Like just the softest, best bread. You know?
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. Like, that's really it. You know, it's like what makes a sandwich is the bread.
Yep.
Like, you can have all the meat. Pause. You can have the best cheese. You can have whatever you want on it. The best ingredients. But unless the bread is solid, that sandwich is garbo.
Yeah.
Euphoria says, Gabe, is the bread as soft as the sun's?
It is as soft as the sun's
man.
Defense.
Interior defense, bro. Sundo, we have the meats type of guy. I mean, Arby's was dope back in the day when I didn't know any better. Oh, but I do love it when Arby's has the King Hawaiian sandwiches, bro. Woo! Great. Those are great. Ethan says, Sundo, what's up? Just join. Appreciate you, bro. Not gonna lie, Missouri got some bomb deli spots in the city. Yeah. Like, that's probably about all we got. That's all we really have. It's like decent sandwiches, good Italian food, apparently, because I did not know this, but apparently there was a decent mafia presence in St. Louis back in the day. And there's this place called The Hill, and that's where all the unions and the mafia used to be.
TJ McConnell been busting our asses, by the way.
You remember when we wanted him?
But he always seems to find a way to hit that.
But you hate Italian. I mean, I like sandwiches, and I like ravioli.
Oh, no, done.
Done. That's not your game, bro.
That one off of the foot of McConnell.
Oh, I have Madden playing in the background. I'm like, where is this freaking music coming from? Where is freaking DMX Rough Riders anthem coming from?
Makes you work for your shot.
10th year undrafted. Book raising up for three.
That was crazy.
Booker. That was pretty. I got to give him credit for that.
Be nice to get more shots like that.
Trying to drop
better
out.
when there's a true leader on the court from the playoff of.
18 points, 96 rebounds tonight.
They say Butler's a true leader.
McConnell working off the screen, dribbling through traffic, gets to the baseline.
Okay, Bol Bol. Oh, got that blown by.
Trying to sneak in.
Good D, Bol Bol. Good D, Bol Bol. Box out, Bol Bol. Oh, he hit a three, though. Where's KD? I don't know. Where is KD?
Good question.
Those 13 points, he seems to knock down big-time shots, too.
Booker finds the rolling Allen.
That's a travel.
Lost the handle.
We got lucky.
Man. Okay, so.
Shot clock, 8:06 on the game clock.
Did you tell him where I was at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By the way, snow and ice started already. So good thing they actually did that.
Yeah.
Morris triggers the inbound.
Book.
Hey, give me Bol Bol, baby. Booker, quit being a ball hog. That was a good roll by Bol Bol. That was an immaculate roll by Bol Bol. Goose.
Oh!
Wow, great goose.
Goosey!
Yeah, we talked about how strong he got this season. He weighs the same amount.
Look at you,
as he did
Goosey.
last year, but he's just bigger and stronger.
I think at this point, I'm going to be really just praising Bol Bol like obnoxiously for no reason. Look at Bol Bol. Look at him get boxed out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he did not box out.
40-point shooters on this Indiana roster, and that was a big one there.
Book.
Look at him.
Jeez.
Immaculate roll. Booker
I mean,
ball
that's
hog.
so clearly an offensive foul.
What do you mean on offensive? Yes, Booker. You owe foul, bro.
But to be fair, that's what they've been doing to us, and they've been calling it against us all
But we're
game.
soft and they're not.
There's a lot of contact outside. Booker taking advantage of it, likes to.
Therefore, it's
create that,
okay.
and Coach Bud is going to look for a replay.
This is what Coach Bud wants to replay, by the way.
In downtown Indy.
That's our
your
coach.
boy.
That's my coach, baby.
That's your coach that you have a tattoo of on your ribs.
Yeah, bro. No, it's on my buttocks.
No, it's on your abs in a circle. It says
When I
Bud
was a young
Life.
kid, I wanted to get a Roy Orbison tattoo. What mama doesn't know don't hurt her.
What mama don't know won't hurt her. Once again, shout out to Vicky Valancourt.
We're a Vicky. We've had this conversation before, but you were a Vicky Valancourt kind of guy.
Big time. How could you not be into prime Vicky Valancourt?
You know.
Well, that was a good little half a sandwich, and I've got half
A
left.
half ski, huh?
Yeah, I've got half left. I couldn't even finish the whole ting. That's exciting. We back yet? Nope. Oh, man. Doesn't it suck feeling like you know we're going to lose this game?
Am I playing Madden, Courtney? No, I was checking something.
Bro, I used to be the type of fan that would
And
look at this
also, yes,
score
look
and
at-
be like, we're fine. We got plenty of time.
No, we used to be that kind of fan
Yeah.
whenever a few years ago.
And it was genuine.
Of the Suns. Time now for the Chaz Roberts cool play.
That's because CP3 would pull some magic out of his butt in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great
You,
challenge.
I gave out your government name. There you go. Quit trying to hide.
That's going to make it that much easier for Burner to find you.
Oh, yeah? Burner don't know my last name. Yet.
3 of 6 from threes, and
He gonna grab a.
And Burner's also right. If you look at the score,
really made
Mrs. Sundo, it's, you know.
So the Suns challenge is called. Devin Booker driving on.
He's gonna grab a
Booker, that's 100% a foul. I'm sorry.
Missouri phone
His last
book.
name is Rollins Burner. There you go, baby.
He's gonna grab a
The
phone book.
greatest wrestler of all time, Coach.
He's gonna drive to everybody's house that has a Nick and Courtney married together.
Bol Bol, facts. Bol Bol got cooked.
Nick and Courtney Smith. Is this you?
Suns trail by 11. Biggest deficit has been 14.
How much would it take for you to tattoo? I will never do that. If I ever did that, I would never ever
Look on the drive.
get to have relations with my wife ever again. So we're not doing that.
Yeah, and usually Booker uses the glass on that kind of play. He took himself out of the angle.
Caliber to Turner. Turner fires the three. Won't get it, but it's another offensive rebound.
Also, that's wow. You guys suck. You're lucky he blew it.
Can't get the finish. Booker up the floor down to Bol.
Euphoria. Bol Bol for three. Misses. Euphoria.
You should have
That's
slowed
what I've been
that
saying.
down.
That's why I've been saying I want to wait until January to make my decision on Booker, because I was going to say something really
But again, the shot attempts.
You know,
Has ballooned significantly.
I was gonna make a bold statement about Booker, and I'm about there.
86 shot attempts, Annie,
I'm about there.
for the Pacers to 68 for Phoenix.
Similar, yeah, it's similar. Like, I know he's being efficient, but my thing is why is he being efficient?
Durant sets up the flyby. He'll step in for the
Ooh,
Hey,
Durant.
Durant, good
20.
Only
Big
down
Brad,
11.
Big Brad, that's my proclamation, and I'm going to make that official, but it won't be that.
Could you e-beg for likes real quick?
Hey y'all, my name's Sundo, and I'm an e-beggar online, e-beggar professional. I've gotten myself 3 free games on the Nintendo Switch
From
and Xbox
e-begging?
by e-begging online. So
Wow.
I'm professional. That was back in my heyday. I don't do that no more. So please do me a favor, hit that like button, and then go follow Gabe on Twitter, and then DM him.
And then Sundo has a
Some
Cash
Amazon
App,
gift cards.
okay? Sundo
Yeah,
has a
I have
Cash App, and we want you to be aware of it. Durant to the rim, fade away, tough, hits it.
Yeah, tough shot.
Down 9.
Defense on the one end where the Pacers missed that shot, and you'd like to see the Suns get out and run a little bit. But they'll take that shot by Durant.
Halliburton, screen from Toppin, gets the ball back from Turner, drives, kicks it down to Turner for a wide open jam.
Sundo for really
Man.
thought, you know.
Now at 20 points, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, the Pacers have been able to turn that corner, and when they do, they get to the basket.
Look,
You see
Burner.
the rotation defensively,
No, I'm not an
trying
e-thought,
to help
but
out, and they get that pass inside.
Yes,
You
the
know?
Suns having to play small as
there might be a OnlyFans on the way of me rubbing beard oil on my face and lotion on my legs.
Because we got to get you a new mic.
Specific facts. and it's burner. It's whoa! What a 3. That's GG. That's dagger.
4:06 to go in a fourth. Pacers.
Suns down 12.
In a
4
burner.
minutes to go.
I mean, I'm gonna get the new mic in February. Just don't worry. We have until February to get the new mic. Rogan mic incoming, but it won't just be a Rogan mic. It's gonna be a Rogan mic and a new interface, so you don't get that in my microphone.
Wow.
God, it's so annoying. Isn't that what it sounds like?
It's more just like a crackle. Like, it's not that bad. It's not that often either, but it's like a.
You don't need a new PC unless you do a little something for that PC. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, because the one that I'm using is failing. All right, so here we go. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Yeah, Sundo did in this draft here. All right, because this draft is way more interesting than this game right now.
I honestly would agree. Okay.
All right, I drafted a tight end. He's not good. I drafted a linebacker. He's gonna be pretty good.
Whoa. Was the tight end your first pick?
No. It was like a 3rd round pick.
Okay. Because you're saying he's not good. I'm like, oh, did you bust on your first rounder?
No, but I did bust on my first pick. What kind of busting on my first pick?
He's busting, folks. He's busting.
The first pick was good, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So it is a bust. But my 2nd round pick was actually a really good pick. I drafted a quarterback in the 4th round as a backup. He's pretty good.
Beal to Dunn. Back to Beal. Suns need to cut this lead quick if they want to get back in it and have any chance. Dunn over to Beal to a wide open Grey Goose, who's been hot lately, but that one rims out. That would have been a really big shot. They were asking earlier if we would stream GTA 6, and I was like, I don't know if Sundo's into that. It's not Madden. Sundo's not playing.
No, it's not that.
And if it isn't Adrenochrome, he ain't playing.
It's not even that. I already have one game that takes up a lot of my time. Now 2. And I might play with Missy Sundo. She really loved GTA, but I just think it's
so Book just got fouled and he's yelling, "Oh, now you guys want to call it? Okay."
Moving in as a starter when Book was absent. Starting role tonight but we're seeing much more of his offense in and around the paint. Only 2 3-point shot attempts tonight. As we're going to get a
Damn, they held Book to 9 in the first half and now 9 in the second half.
Okay. Early proclamation that I was going to make about Devin Booker.
Now, before you say it, he's riding a triple-double right now.
Don't matter. What kind of triple-double are we talking?
Well, almost. He's got 9 assists, 8 rebounds.
What's he shooting?
Mikal Bridges was kind of the same way.
What's the efficiency?
A little less than, so probably 40%.
Okay, he's been shooting consistently like 38, 40%. Not good recently. But here's my Booker declaration, and I'm gonna wait until confirm it. Booker is on the decline already at the spry age of what? 29. How old is he now?
back against the Clippers.
How old is Booker?
28.
Down 4 threes in that game.
My bold take was he's already on the decline.
Had a tough night shooting the basketball.
That's it. And I wanted to wait until January to confirm.
I think he's just having a down year, but it could bounce back.
Here, let me ask you this. Do you genuinely, and everybody in the chat's probably going to say yes, do you genuinely think it's Bud offense that's making him play this way?
A significant amount of pain.
And it's been a difficult
Do you genuinely think?
I hate to give him that pass, but I don't know what else to think. You know, this offense is all about shooting threes, and Booker's all about shooting twos. 5-second inbound on Beal. By the way, earlier, they wanted to pass the ball to Beal, but he had to reach down and tie his shoes for 5 seconds. And so they were trying to get him the ball, and he was tying his shoe. It was hilarious.
Sometimes when the first person is open, you get it to them. Rather than waiting for the play to
I understand why they didn't burn a timeout. How could you not feel that 5-second coming and call a timeout? Halliburton looking for a dagger.
Monty's the one who knew how to maximize Book and how to talk to him. I mean, he might be right.
Halliburton tried a deep dagger. Barely missed. Dunn comes away with it, gets it to Booker, pump fake, gets the foul. They're going to say it's on the ground.
HB had new owner syndrome.
Yeah, I thought
yes, he did, but here's something that I was thinking about because I
nobody thought he was making bad moves at the time, though. No,
that's the other thing. Here's the deal. I agree.
Dunn for three. My guy Dunn. I mean, your guy Dunn misses the three.
Stop it. But
it goes to the Pacers.
He wanted to make a splash, understandable. But here's my deal, man. You had an owner who was not afraid, who was afraid and terrified to do something like that, and probably for decent reasons, right? He was cheap, never really wanted to do things like that. And you finally get a new owner who is willing to do that. Like,
Halladagger.
There was a Halladagger at 4 minutes, bro.
Good take, Book. Good pass. Goose.
So it's like, which one do you want? You want an owner that isn't afraid to make moves, or you want an owner that's so conservative that they don't pay your stars and let them go to New York?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just depends on how you feel.
Yeah.
Now, Mac, I agree with that. I would have kept Mikal Bridges for sure. But that's the thing about Matt Ishby. He wasn't attached to Mikal Bridges.
Siakam got his own rebound and put back.
Mikal Bridges.
And the Suns have really gotten hurt off that switch with Bradley Beal all game long. They've got him down low defending either Turner or Siakam.
Book into the corner. Dunn's like, sure, I'll take it. Why not? Misses.
Hey, let him shoot, bro.
I'm happy that he has the confidence to pull that. You know,
he's got the green light. So.
Yeah. Nemhard back to Halliburton. Minute 27 to go.
Shut this microphone up. Sick of it.
Halliburton dancing on Durant. Step back dagger. Another dagger. Put a fork in the sun.
My goodness, that was ridiculous.
Beal for three. Oh,
hit every inch of the rim, but doesn't go down,
out, bro. It's crazy. I feel so
Every
bad for
inch of the
Beal.
rim. The KD trade was fine. We won 12 straight games at first. Firing Monty and trading Paul was the downfall. Code, see, you may make fun of me sometimes, but I been said that. Like, I would have rather kept Chris Paul than Beal because it's been a wash so far. Has not mattered whatsoever. And you're paying more money.
Talking about nukes, Burner?
Here on the road.
Is it time to nuke Indiana?
I'm being real, Stefano. It's not going to be that bad. I do have some faith in the ownership and front office that if they are capable of trading KD and getting your picks back, they won't fumble the bag. Maybe. I feel like that's the only move you can really do.
Plus, from 3-point range, got to the free throw line.
Ty Washington in the game.
But just got so many more shots.
Lewis Davis says next year is the year, not
19 more field goal
this one.
attempts.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I mean, wow,
you know.
a freaking alley-oop at the end of the game. Insult to injury.
The problem is how long can Kevin Durant keep playing like he's 29 years old?
That's the point I'm trying to make. You're ruining prime Durant at this point. Well, kind of prime Durant.
Bull, shoot, baby boy. That's my bowl. Damn it. I like his confidence.
I found this, it just bothers me that the stars just don't care who wants stars that just don't care about winning. Nobody. That's kind of the worst position you're in. Buzzy says, Sundo, trading KD is not good for the Suns. Explain to me why. You're losing now. So you're losing now without your picks. So trading Kevin Durant to get your picks back to the Rockets, why wouldn't you do that? It's your own picks.
Damn, Durant and Book are trying to get out of here, walking back to the locker room before the game even ends.
This is Lewis David. Welcome, man. Remember when Book was called the next number 24, man?
What up, Dragon?
Oh, Dragon, bro.
Suns should be absolutely ashamed. Okay, Durant came back. That's what's up.
9 assists, 9 rebounds.
Championship DNA with the free throws. This comeback might happen.
Crazy this game is. The Suns with 14 points. Indy scored 13.
This feels like getting wedgied. I don't know about that.
Pacers with 8 turnovers only, but the Suns got 18 points off of those turnovers.
Second free throw is good for D. Lee. They'll inbound here and not take a shot, I'm sure. And a predictable beatdown from the Pacers is complete. Now, was it predictable because the Pacers are world beaters? No. In fact, they were sub 500. We just helped them get back to 500, Sundo. So at least we're doing charity work this new year. Okay? Because that's what we're all about.
Oh, man. Here's the deal, man.
That's a good point.
Hey, no,
Brad said the vibes
David,
died
no one's
after
bashing
he got
KD.
swept.
I hope you don't see, like, there are people in the chat that will bash KD. Don't get me wrong. Me and Gabe are not bashing KD. KD's literally been the only bright spot of this season so far. He's the only consistent scorer. He's scoring 30 a game. Bro
He's
is the only
great.
consistency, right? I just think the season has been so bad that if you have, I just don't know if you can go another season with him, Beal, and Booker next year.
I don't think you can go the rest of this season with
that
those
too.
three.
Well, that too, right? So I think you have to. I think if this month, and I've said this specifically. Let's see here, Lewis. I said this month specifically. Like if this month doesn't get better for the Suns, you need to blow it up. And KD is the only person, only semblance of value that you have to move. And
Well,
the
Booker would
Rockets-
be even more valuable.
And the Rockets specifically went and got your picks, the Suns' picks. The Houston Rockets did. And so you need to say, hey, we need our picks back. Here's Kevin Durant. If you're going to be that bad, right? Because you're wasting a good Kevin Durant season. At 36, torn Achilles, we thought he might be going downwards. No. Dude's still scoring 30 points a game and killing it. It's the other two of your $50 million players that aren't really keeping their part of the bargain. And then you have some interior issues. And by issues, that's a really small word. It's a big issue. Huge issue. Yeah, Mal, I agree. I agree that Booker won't be traded just because he's been here for so long and he is.
They want to keep him.
Player.
He's the franchise.
He is the franchise player.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's been here the longest. Suns fans, he sells tickets for Suns fans, not for the NBA in general, but Sundo. So you want the Suns on a rebuild? I mean, here's what I'll ask you. Would it be a major rebuild I don't think it'll be a major rebuild. I think you're just reallocating assets. You're trading Durant, getting your picks back. You're freeing up cap space. That's another thing.
Because if you're going to miss the playoffs or be a play-in team,
what's
the point of doing that?
Yeah, you're already quote unquote on a rebuild. So like,
you could achieve what we're in line to achieve without Durant. You could achieve the exact same thing, honestly, and all your picks so that your future is strong. So like, as much as I don't want to get rid of Durant, it's like truly one of those things that you have to look into the future and prepare for. It's like going to the bank and setting up I don't even know what it's called because I don't have one, a savings account, and actually putting money in your savings out of every check like a good little boy.
Yeah, Chris, soft rebuild, sure, but like you're allocating. Miles says, "Don't punt so early." It is well. That's the thing, Miles. I want to wait till the end of this month. Like if this month goes really badly, then that's where you decide in February that you need to punt.
Or win the trade deadline somehow and have the second half of your season be better. We saw that from the Lakers last season. They were fledgling. Look that up,
Let's see here. Ruben says, if no one wants Beal, can we just cut the bozo?
You'd still have to pay him.
You still owe him money. Right?
Yeah, so now you're not
That's
getting
how it
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you cut him. That's you basically have to buy him out of that contract. And no one's blowing $50 million just to let him walk.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mark. The Suns are. That's exactly. So it's like, I say at the end of January, if this team if some miraculous doesn't happen, and all of a sudden they go on a win streak, it's like, okay, maybe there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Hey, bro, I'm on team blow it up, and I think KD would have to be the one to be traded, and you go get your picks back. I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again. Yeah, and that's the thing about euphoria about Beal. You have 3 more years of this man at 50 mil, which is why you're praying that somehow you end up with Jimmy Butler for Beal. Like, you just praying for that.
3 more years of Beal? That can't be right.
It's either 3 or 2. Well, it's Durant's this year, next year, right?
Yeah, I thought
and then
they
Beal's
were on the same.
longer than that, and Booker's longer than that. So.
Yeah, man, I don't.
Hold on, Louis David. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to people in the chat? Because that's crazy. No one. I'm not talking about Kevin Durant. I'm saying you got to let him go because he's that good right now. And you are.
It's a combination. It's not just because he's better than Book right now.
What are you? 2 games, 3 games under 500?
2 games under now. 3?
Yeah, so I mean,
3 games under.
3. That's what I'm saying. 3. Like, whoo, buddy. Like it's looking grim, right?
Yeah.
Chuck says, would you say KD and Beal are doing what they're supposed to do? And the Suns need to. I think KD's doing what he's supposed to do.
Did he include Beal?
He said Beal.
Beal hasn't been able to do what he's supposed to do because he just keeps getting injured. All right? When the guy wipes his ass too hard, he gets injured. It's insane. It's the fullest extent of someone being made of glass. It's like as bad as Anthony Davis had been in the years past, where you never had to really worry about Anthony Davis because you knew when push came to shove he was going to be injured and wasn't going to be able to play. So you know, he's just going to get hurt. He plays hurt. He gets hurt. He's the third fiddle. It's a perfect storm for him to look and play his worst. So, I mean, we did see, didn't he look incredible when Book was out, though, for like 3-4 games, averaging 25 points per game? It's a completely different player when he's second in line or first in line for touches.
Are you talking about Beal?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, it's crazy, right? To me, that Beal looks that good whenever Booker's gone. It's just, yeah, that's all I'll say. It's just crazy to me that he looks that good.
I think it makes perfect sense, man. It
makes perfect sense, for sure.
Let's put this in football terms, okay? You have, like, a good receiver, and they're number one on their team. They're the number one guy getting every target. And then they move to the Patriots and are playing behind Wes Welker and playing behind Danny, sorry, not Danny, but I was going to say Danny Woodhead, but Julian Edelman. And it's like, doesn't matter how good you are, you're now third in line. So, bam! It just is going to zap the amount of targets that you get thrown your way.
You guys think Book could carry an all-around good team with two-way great players in their role to a chip?
I think Book would be best if he could be the second best player on a team.
I don't even think that. I think, well,
unless if his second in command was somebody like Chris Paul, who orchestrates the offense and makes the offense run like a dream, maybe that's him. That's him at his best.
Buzzy Sundo, would Suns fans get upset if Beal doesn't leave for Butler? And what's your only alternative? Booker? Yes, they'd be upset.
Doesn't Booker still feel untouchable to you?
What?
Doesn't Booker feel untouchable?
He feels untouchable, but not
from
for
the
basketball reasons.
From the perspective of the front office, not you. Saying, don't you think that he's untouchable in the front office's eyes?
Yeah, I said not for basketball reasons. It's for ticket sales and ticket holder reasons. Fans are attached to Booker.
You think there'd be a mutiny?
Oh, man, Suns fans would be upset.
Especially if you chose to move him. It's one thing if Book says, listen, guys, I've given you over 10 years now.
Exactly.
I want out.
And that's the thing. Booker has said, I want a championship to come here. Like, he said those things. And if you were to turn your back on him, then that would make fans so upset. Even if Booker isn't playing ideal and playing well, it would still make Suns fans upset because here, sorry, Suns fans, I say we, but I just recently joined the Suns fans, the Suns fandom in 2015. But Suns fans are a fan base that has been beat up by situations. And if a player chooses Phoenix and chooses to be loyal, fans are going to be loyal right back, right? They will love that. They will love that player forever. And Booker has been that player for how long now?
But also, we were the team for so long that you couldn't get people to come play there.
That's my point.
So for the fact that, you know.
And so Booker has been the guy that's like, hey, I want to stay here. This is my city. This is my team. I want to bring the super team here. And to be honest, they attempted it. They attempted to bring the super team to him. It's just not working out.
Popped a poll up. As a Suns fan, would you revolt if Booker was sent away? Burner says, I'm torn with this. And I would not send Booker for Jimmy. Jimmy is 35. Booker is 28.
Yeah, I'm not sending Booker with Jimmy. I'm sending Beal for Jimmy, and that's just it.
To give you an idea, Jimmy was 28 when he first orchestrated his trade away from the Bulls. Remember when he was trying to get away from the Bulls back in the day? He was 28. He's now 35. There's been that much time of Butler doing his damn thing. You got that much time of Booker doing his damn thing until he's 35. And then people will probably still want to trade for Booker at 35 the way people still want to trade for Jimmy at 35. That's so much time, so many opportunities that you can't get back. You know, you don't send him out because he's the youngest of the three. You continue to rebuild around Booker. You took Booker number 13 in the draft. You stole him over several players that weren't better than him. And he's been, we just need to do right by him and get the right fit around him. And he probably needs to be the second best player. That's okay. But, bro, he's the franchise, man. What are we doing? Like, I can't imagine.
That's what I'm saying. I just... crying over spilt milk, but I agree that the Beal trade seems to be the that's your flying too close to the sun Icarus move. That was the flying too close to the sun Icarus move. If we're being honest, I do think KD, Booker and Booker and CP3 would have been just fine and would have worked out.
After retooling. But, okay, so let's go back to Chris Paul then real quick. Because, dude, he was washed. Every season.
Don't know about washed, but yes, he was consistently hurt.
Am I going crazy, people? Was he not washed?
But does that sound familiar? He was consistently hurt when you needed him the most. Does that sound familiar? It's like we traded a number 3 for a number 3, and it's the same guy, but one was a good facilitator and had teams playing well. So I mean, you could say that all you want. Like, at the end, CP3 was constantly getting hurt in the playoffs. The hand injury, the hammy, the COVID. Remember the COVID issue?
Yeah.
Like, sure, but he was a leader, and he did have his team play, and he was racking up assists, and he was feeding players, and he made the right pass at the right time. Like, yes, 100%. I do think, I do think that this trade ended up being a wash, and you got to think about CP3 only signed a 3-year extension after that finals run. It was only $30 million a year. You would have got the same amount of production as you're getting with Beal now for cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, all these things start to add up. So I do think that trade was the Icarus flying too close to the sun. Your wax wings melted. So I do think that was the move. We just didn't know it at the time because we were Bradley Beal. We were celebrating
everyone. It's not just Suns fans. Everyone universally agreed this is the right move because we all knew. It's so easy to go back and romance the past and be like, he wasn't that bad. He was done for. Your husband is talking. Your husband.
He started with
a bro.
30 points. That's just we got to be better on that end of the court.
We got to be better on the end of the court.
Give ourselves a chance to get out and play faster, play random.
Play random, baby!
We got to get stops.
We're not playing random enough.
We didn't get enough stops in the third quarter.
Yeah, to be honest, that's facts. If we're gonna be honest about this game, we got just fix the third quarter woes for this team, and that literally gets rid of 2/3 of your issues.
Yeah,
the other third's defense.
It's both. We probably got to generate more randomness, more pace, more things.
More random. You keep saying random, dog. You know what?
With pace, with force.
Nope. You've tied your wagon to his nuts. Okay.
No. I was about to say something different. Look at my beautiful baby boy, blue eyed.
Yeah, I mean, they are, they're very good offensively. They play really fast. They get out and go. First quarter, I think, 30-29 or something like that, and some good NBA basketball, some good defense, good execution by both teams. So, our start, and we closed the second quarter to tie it up, and then we just the third quarter again was not good for us.
You know what? I like this Lewis David guy in the chat. We could be friends, bro. Come back. Hit that subscribe button and come back. And I will do my best to gift you with the membership every week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this Lewis David guy is my new best friend.
Yeah, we need to
Burner's
look at the
your
film.
best friend.
And Burner too.
I think there were some good ones.
And Diego.
I think we got to keep
this
working
Lewis David
to
guy
get all of them.
Might be
even
taking
better
Burner's
looks.
spot and Diego's spot real quick.
Look at how we find the other guys that are playing with those guys, get them easy baskets too. So,
Ruben, we do love Burner.
We got to look at it. But those guys generate good looks for themselves and for their teammates, and we just got to keep working to get even better.
Hey, Zambuki, as much as I don't like the Bud slander, that's a funny nickname. You said Dick Bud Kiss. It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there were, I think, some possessions where good things happen.
Yeah, Herb, you've been paying attention. That's what he's, basically.
And I think the second quarter we got in a rhythm a little bit, playing 4-on-3 and taking advantage of the spacing. We couldn't get to that as well in the third quarter.
Lastly, obviously when it's going like this and guys are out, they've lost 4 in a row. Obviously Philadelphia coming up. What do you want to see from the group in the next 24, 48 hours to get back on the task?
Yeah, we just compete. That's what we've talked about from day one. We just got to compete. Dig into that, lean into that spirit, lean into that mindset.
HBF from Bud,
and that'll give us our best
I
chance.
can't win with this team.
All right, thanks,
we got to
guys.
do something. Like, what if there are those conversations happening right now, where he's like, "Look, KD's the only dude that's putting up. The rest of these dudes don't play defense. Like, we gotta fix something." What if that conversation's happening? And HBF's like, "Nope, this is the team. Deal with it." Appreciate you, Lewis.
That's your boy.
He might be my boy. I don't care.
That's your boy.
I still personally like his offense better.
Do you
than
think I don't want to
Vogel's.
like Bud? Because I want to love Bud.
Hey,
I
go
want our
ahead.
coach to be the guy. I want him to be the right choice. But dude, how many times do we have to do this insanity of playing okay in the first half, melting down in the third,
You know what?
never saying it's his fault?
If there's any case that and I'm with that one. That's the case you need to make. Anybody in the chat, that's the case you need to make. These third quarter collapses, and I'm all for it. I keep asking the same question: why do we keep playing? Like, absolutely, there's your case. Absolutely, I'm not kidding.
Is
That's
the
case.
roster ideal? No, he needs other pieces. So I'm okay with fixing some pieces and seeing how it works before talking about getting rid of Bud. I'm not necessarily saying get rid of Bud. I'm just trying to say, like, what does he do exactly?
What does Bud do?
Because it feels like the only thing that he's gotten this team to do
Shoot a lot of threes.
is shoot more threes than they used to. That's it.
Here's the deal: as bad as rebounding was,
Ball
last
movement's
year,
okay too.
There's the issue. So last year, no ball movement, ISO game, losing games like this. There was some semblance of interior defense though. This year, ball movement. The offense, I'm not gonna lie, is minus not having the inside threat that I want. The ball does move and dudes do get shots, but there's no inside presence.
I get that reference.
It's like Suns. I wish we could stop losing in the fourth quarter. Oh no, I know. I get the reference too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good book, and a sad book.
I thought it was from Simpsons.
I thought you were talking about the book. There's
Probably
a book
it's
called,
probably the book, and I've only seen it referenced in The Simpsons.
Yeah, is it the one where they hold the monkey paw and they make a wish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's from a book. Basically, it's a lesson in careful what you wish for. Maybe things happen for a reason, and you should probably not wish for certain things. But
I
anyway,
mean, Frank had to go. They despised Frank. KD wouldn't even look at Frank. He didn't talk to him for weeks before he got fired. They were snickering and laughing at him in the locker room. You had to get rid of Frankie.
But how do we know the same thing's not happening for Bud right now?
They're talking like they love Bud. They at least talk like they love him.
But what do they always say about Vogel? I mean, he's the coach that's been to the playoffs. He's been to the finals. We're expecting him to, and that was coded language there. Maybe they're coding language here. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know about this team is something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. But I don't like it. And I'm grasping at straws. We're on to 76ers.
Before we go on to losing to Philadelphia. I really feel like what was the last thing you were talking about before you went on to Philadelphia? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, because you were saying like how they always said you could tell that they didn't like Vogel and they have nothing but praise for Bud, and I was like, yeah, but even in Vogel they said they had coded language like he's a playoff coach and he's gonna lead us there, and it's blah 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 blah. Like there was some coded language there. It was like half positive, but like there was some undertones of like, and then so. I mean, what quotes have you heard from them saying anything about Coach Bud? Because I've been paying attention.
Nothing negative. It's all positive.
Dusty B-Sides, $5 super chat. It's clearly the squad. They ain't it. Phil Jackson couldn't get this roster to the finals. That's crazy.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Phil Jackson gets any team to the finals.
Okay,
NBA.
I think that actually reminded me of what I wanted to say, which is the other thing I don't like about Bud coaching is I don't like the way our point guards are used as decoys that stand in the corner and shoot threes.
I can agree with that.
You got two really good orchestrating point guards who historically turn the ball over extremely
I don't know
little.
about orchestrating, but they don't turn the ball over. Yes.
Well, Tyus is an orchestrator. Tyus is that Chris Paul brain of here's where the ball needs to go. Here's where the ball needs to go. Zip, zang, zoom. Here you go. Open shot. And they're not letting him do that. And they ask Bud about it often. And Bud's like, yeah, well, we really want to make sure the ball's going through Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. It's like, yeah, we know. But could you have Tyus give it to them instead of them bringing it up? So I don't like that about him.
Let's see here. Chris Stu says, serious question. Could we bring back Mikhail and Cam? No. I mean, we could.
They're both worth too much money now.
But the likeliness of it is absolutely 0 point, whatever.
We would need to have a close to max contract available for Cam Johnson.
Spray May says, how many coaches need to be fired for it to be the player's fault? See the smirk on my face?
But that's the difference.
You see the smirk on my face?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's both of their faults. I'm saying I'm saying the players are playing like and the coach isn't doing a damn thing about it because he can't reach them and can't get them. He also doesn't know what to do. So you got two people at fault. I'm saying fix whatever you can fix. If you can fix it on the player's side, fix it on the player's side. If you think it is the coach that's the problem, then talk to him and be like, dude, we got to pull back on shooting threes. Like, it's killing this team. I don't know. That's just one potential thing. Change the offense up a little bit. Let the point guard that we lucked into, who should be getting a lot of money, who came here to play for a little bit of money, let him run the offense like we brought him in here to do. Maybe you do have to relocate out of Phoenix. Maybe Arizona really is.
Stop it.
Maybe,
I don't think that's it.
Well, what the hell is it, man? You got to fix the center rotation. The center rotation is so broken that Bol Bol looks like the answer at center.
That is one of the major things that need to be addressed, but you can't address it with this payroll. You know what I'm saying? Which is another reason why I'm so adamant. People keep saying it's not going to happen, but I'm like that's why I'm adamant that you need to get Jimmy Butler any way you can, because that contract rolls off faster. It's ideal for you. I know people keep saying you're not getting Jimmy Butler. I get it, but like if I am Ishbia, if I'm Ishbia, I'm like, look, if I got to trade these 2 seconds and whatever I got to do to get that, like, I'm doing it.
I can give you a solid reason
off the books.
I can give you a solid reason that goes in favor of potentially giving the Suns the trade from Miami's perspective. So if they're able to pull off getting De'Aaron Fox from the Kings, who's been well, no, De'Aaron Fox is getting traded. He's getting moved.
Where?
He's getting moved. It's like almost like the worst kept secret right now. They're moving on from him. They fired the coach. They're disappointed with the way things are going. So they're in flux. Crazy. Okay. So if they're able to get De'Aaron Fox, that's what they should and will do instead of
you're talking about the Heat?
The Heat have extreme incentive to win this year. Okay? First of all, they have full belief in themselves that they can make noise in the Eastern Conference this year, and they plan to. But
Ruben, it's not that you're hearing the rumors. It's just common sense. Like, they're blowing it up in Sacramento, so it only makes sense that you move Fox, and you probably keep some bonus. But move on. Go ahead, Gabe.
If they become a team that has a top pick, if they become a lottery team, they lose their pick, and they don't want to. So it's like it's protected. So they have to be at a certain level in the playoffs. They have to have playoff success, or else they lose their first round pick to somebody. I can't remember who it is, but somebody gets it. So their goal, along with their 80-year-old owner who is in a win now time frame, they have no interest in missing the playoffs. So they're not going to be like, let's get rid of Butler for picks only. We're just going to go to the team that gives us the best young. No, they want somebody who can come in and produce. And there's an argument that if Bradley Beal is healthy, he's one of the best producers who can come in and drop 25 a night, up from 18 points a game that you're getting from Butler. And that can help them save their first round pick. Right? That's just a specific thing that I think matters here that could help the Suns. Another thing that could help the Suns bigly is I believe that, yes, Butler had to openly say, I'm willing to go anywhere before the Heat would, because the Heat said he needs to tell us he's willing to take a trade before we're not talking about trading him. He needs to ask for it. But Butler wanted to keep his reputation as the cool guy who's not the problem. He tried to dance around the subject and not ask for a trade. He's like, I don't know, but I do like being talked about. It's fun to be talked about. And they're like, no, bitch. You need to show everyone you're the bad guy before we trade you. So he took a one-footed shot and he started changing his hair to the teams that he wanted to get traded to. And then he actually asked out. So that will make it so that other teams will bid on him, which helps the Heat get more out of the teams that really have the chance. Because I bet you that his agent is probably telling people, look, I know we said we'll go anywhere, but if you trade for us, we're not re-signing with you, so be aware. Just like they went out of their way to make sure Bronny didn't get traded or didn't get drafted to certain teams. I guarantee you they're telling people, nah, we only want a handful of teams. We had to say that to get out of Miami. So, like, I do think that it's possible that Jimmy is still on the menu for the Suns, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Also, I think Vegas has us up at the top with now the Grizzlies who are moving in position. Don't you think he's a perfect Grizzlies player, bro? Jimmy is perfect for the Grizz. That, tough-nosed defense, do a drive-by on the fans type of energy that Memphis has, like... I could really see the Grizzlies getting him, unfortunately. They have more shit to trade than us. Everyone does. But here's my question to you, La Sundo. If the Heat, I think the Heat will ask for this. If the Heat say, we'll do it, but we want your 2031 first-round pick, and we want Ryan Dunn.
That's the thing. I don't want to get rid of Ryan Dunn. That's your only semblance of defense.
So you wouldn't do it for Butts?
For Butler? No, I'd rather blow it up and just trade KD at that point. If I'm being honest. By the way, a while ago, Dusty B-Sides had a $5 super chat. Everyone acts like there's 20 bad A coaches available. Everyone wants to fire Bud, but who replaces him that's available and wants this hassle? I think that's a great point, but I think you can go with it. Well, you don't go with the young coaches.
Fitzdale on the team. I just let Fitzdale take over.
That's two. But back to that. I don't want to trade. I mean... Yes, I understand that you keep Dunn based on potential, but you see the potential there and you can see what he can become. I think that's the kind of player that you need on a championship caliber team, like is a Ryan Dunn type player. Like, I think Ryan Dunn is super solid. I just don't want to do that. But I think Macback says Houston says they will not make a trade this season. A lot of teams say a lot of things. I think
Houston's happy with what they have because they're winning.
They probably are. But from what I've learned, man, all these NBA teams be lying, bro. They be lying all the time.
They have to.
Pat Riley, we're not trading Butler until Butler says something. That was the only truth you got. But everybody be lying, man.
Chris Stu says Dunn is semi-untouchable, Gabe. Come on, bro. I get it. And to be honest, I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Ryan Dunn is a better prospect and a better player than Tamani Kamara. Yeah, so it would hurt even more than when we gave up him.
We made a video, but yeah, I saw that he got suspended for 7 games for conduct detrimental to the team or something like that.
Yeah. Because he came out and said, I need to get my joy back, and I'm not happy here on the court. Like if you look at the last game he was in, they sat him a lot. They're scoring, like coming back in the game. The whole team's up cheering on the bench, and he's just sitting on the bench, like not happy. He's pulling a DA to get out of there.
Look, man, as a fan, I just, I'm not sad, but I'm indifferent.
Are you at the point where you say, do whatever you got to do to fix it, and I'm not going to complain too much when sweeping change happens because sweeping change is needed?
That's kind of where I'm at. currently. It's just like whatever. If
I
you
think
can
I'm
figure
there
out-
too.
If you can fix this team now, whatever you gotta do it. If you think that you need to blow it up, whatever you gotta do it. You know,
Kind of. I hate to say
it's not like Bud
this.
now going.
I hate to say this, but it kind of reminds me of this last election. Like the economy was so bad that people were like, you know what? You know what?
You know, that is spot
You know
on,
what I
bro.
mean?
That is really is like you know, like
It's like,
whatever.
you know,
I just you know, like whatever, like you know, like bro, like I'm broke.
oh, you traded them? Oh, okay. All right.
I'm broke.
Well-
like you know, it's just one of those things, bro. Like you know, yeah, that's how I am right now. It's just like, hey, man.
Like, I hate to bring up politics.
Like,
I know
if-
it's stupid to
like-
do it, but
like-
I just.
But it's like here's the deal. Like if news came down tomorrow that Booker got traded, which I don't think is gonna happen, I would just be like, you know, it is what it is. If news came down, that
You're like,
if
how
news
am I
came-
going to argue
Yeah.
with getting rid of insanity? Because I'm seeing
Yeah.
insanity.
Now because I'm so biased, the only players that I don't want to see traded are Ryan Dunn, Oso, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's it. But man, for real though, if news came out, I just be like, all right, bro, y'all already broke my spirit. So
And if
far
you
this
traded
season.
your first and Dunn and Beal to get, I know you can't aggregate. I'm talking they would send us another player as well to make sure that everything matched and we weren't aggregating. But if you did all of that, or if it's a three-man trade that you have to figure to work out, if you gave up those assets, Dunn and a first along with it, that to me would say we're going all in on this short KD window. We're bringing in a guy who actually probably really fits. Him and KD are good friends too, so it's like it works on that level too. They really like each other, and he will come in and he will force people to be accountable.
lit super.
I'd be happy to see that too.
Lit super. I'm with you on the James Jones thing. I just don't think James Jones is getting moved right now. But I've been said that James Jones refuses to.
He can
develop young
always
players.
hide under the question of whether or not he's actually making the decisions. We don't even know if he's the
also
one
true.
that makes the decisions.
This is also true.
You know? So it's like, even when we say that about him.
Before Ishbia, we had already been saying James Jones refuses to develop young players and uses draft picks. Even if he's even said so. I don't need young players. I need vets to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
He's always
but Gabe's
been
right.
like,
But Gabe's right. Like, how do we know that it's not your owner making all the decisions and he's just there to be there? This is someone who runs the numbers. Run the numbers and make it work. There are GMs like that, especially in the NFL. There are GMs like that who are just there to
they're Manchurian
run the numbers.
candidates.
Yeah, they're just there to
Yeah.
run the numbers and make sure
Any
it works.
any GM that's ever worked for Dallas, okay?
Big Mouth says James Jones has only missed one draft pick. I mean, he's barely had any. So there's that. You know, he drafted Cam Johnson, right?
He has done some good drafting, if it's him.
Drafted Cam Johnson, love that pick. Then he drafted Sticks. I don't think Sticks was as much of a miss as much as it was. But I mean, he did draft Sticks over Halliburton, so there's always that.
Yep.
But like, I think Sticks would have been fine on this team in the role that he was in if Monty would have played him more. But that's neither here nor there. Then after Sticks, what happened? I'm trying to think. What was the next pick?
Might have to pull that list up.
I straight up
Sons
can't
draft
remember.
picks. Yeah.
Was it a
I
trade?
mean, he hit on Kamara, and that was
Was it a
late
trade?
in the draft.
That Tumani
Um,
Kamara was after the
Yeah,
KD
well
trade, though.
after. Well after.
Yo, what did they do? Did they trade back or something? What did they do for that one season in between?
You're right. He just hasn't had that many picks, but still, the picks he's done, he's made, lemonade out of lemons as far as positioning to draft. The Dunn decision, man, was so good.
Dunn's draft pick 29, right? Because we lost. Dayron Sharp got drafted, and it was agreed in principle to trade to Brooklyn for what? What was that trade for?
Which trade?
So in 2021, after the NBA Finals, that's right. It was for Shamit.
Another reason we hated Shamit.
So there you go. Right. I don't know who you are, but anyway. So there's that. The 2022 was the Kumara pick. And then that's all she wrote, folks. All she wrote.
It's tough to blame James Jones completely, but
Make me go 20. Thank you.
He has
has
neglected the shit out of the center position. It reminds me of my Chicago Bears. Every year for the last 100 years, they're like, let's get a good defense and skill position players, but we'll save money on the O-line.
Hey, Mac, I think there is a reality that if Ishbia doesn't buy this team, I think there is a reality where Ayton does get traded. You still keep that team together, and Ayton brings you basically the value that you got now with Grayson and Nurk and whoever else, and you still have CP3 on this team, and I think the Suns might look pretty decent, but whatever.
We're on to Philadelphia, folks. Now, Philly, they are in a bad way as well. They've had injuries, but I do expect them to beat us. I do.
Baby Mallow, we don't have our pick.
Yeah, Mallow.
And here's what I'm gonna say, Mallow. Someone says blaming Ishbia is crazy. We're not blaming Ishbia. Oh well, we're not. People in the chat.
Well,
probably
people in
are.
the chat, yeah,
definitely are. But no. But Mallow, we don't have those picks. That's the point of trading KD. But who's to say that the Rockets are going to do that? Because they're going to be like, hey, we can just draft. What if the Rockets get the number 1 overall pick and they end up taking Flag? You know how bad that would be.
Well, we're not going to get the number 1 pick.
Just think about the fact that there's a real reality that could happen.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, it would be hilariously funny.
Dude, that would just...
that would be me.
Ski.
You know what? Then that would be my introduction to being a true Suns fan at that point. That right there. Because I joined when Gabe told me to, when they just got Booker. Things were on the up and up. The playoff run happens. The finals run happens. Everything's looking great. Glad I jumped on the bandwagon then so I can celebrate now. But I never got to witness the heartbreak as a Suns fan. If we are so bad that we feed the number 1 overall pick to the Rockets and they take Flag, that'll be an all-time low. And I will finally know what it's like to be a Suns fan. And that'll be my initiation. That'll be my jumping in to the Suns fandom right there. Right there would be. Oh,
True.
That would be so bad.
True.
That would
You'd be a made man.
That would be so bad, bro. Oh, that would be so bad. Zach James is Sundo blaming it on Gabe. Was this not your idea, Gabe?
I saw
when me and Gabe met, okay. I didn't have a team. I was kind of like, maybe I want to be a Bucks fan because I did like Giannis at the time.
You really did like Giannis.
And I was like, but I also liked the Pistons when I was younger and the Bulls. I didn't really have a fan. I mean, I love Michael Jordan when I was younger, but I was never really like a fan of a team. I was always just kind of like, I kind of like these teams, whatever. St. Louis doesn't have a team, whatever. So Gabe was like, you should be a Suns fan. And, circumstances happened. I decided I'll be a Suns fan. And Gabe was right. I'm going to be honest. He was right. Because guess what did happen? Booker
lucky.
did end up being really well. We did end up getting CP3. The team did go on a playoff run. The team did make the NBA Finals, and they went on 2 playoff runs after that. Things were looking up. Right? So he was correct. The turnaround happened. He was right. He just didn't prepare me for what was going to happen this past 2 years. Spraymate says
Nobody
just
could've
blow it up and
known.
tank for flag. Again, we don't own our picks. That's not a thing. And if it is a thing, you're feeding the Rockets flag. Here's the deal, Spraymates. I'll say this again. If we are so bad, why would the Rockets do that?
Well, because you can see that KD is a championship piece right now.
He is. The Rockets, who, by the way, who's their GM again?
Who do they have as a GM?
Oh, it was Daryl Morey, wasn't it?
He's been with the Sixers for a while, though.
Okay. Who's the
Yeah.
Rockets GM?
But, they got Udoka, who ain't a bitch.
Raphael Stone. Yeah, he was promoted after Daryl Morey. So, well, there's that. They weren't tanking no more. All right, so they have a new GM, right? Do you think that GM's like, you know what? I could get an agent KD with this already great core of young players. I mean, you could do that. Or I could just add one more who everybody agrees across the board is going to be a superstar in the NBA caliber player, along with
While the
Green.
Suns are tanking their way
While
to
the Suns
making
are
that
bad.
better.
Like, why would you do, like, honestly, ask yourself that question. Why would you do that as a GM? Especially if the Rockets are already good. I can see if the Rockets were like 7, 8 seed. They think they need a KD to get better, right?
Yeah, Mona, that'd be crazy. We should have picked
You know what I mean?
Udoka.
So it's just like, yes, you can try to trade for your picks back, but you just need to ask yourself, why would the Rockets do that? You know what I mean? Especially if, like, whoever said, like, the odds for the number 1 overall pick for the Suns just keeps getting better and better and better. It's going to be a lottery pick at that point. Why would they? Especially if they're just going to keep bolstering their roster.
I think right now they're good enough.
Yeah, they get the Suns picked through the Nets. They traded with the Nets.
Yep. I think if you added this KD team to the Rockets, depending on who they had to give up, I just think they could be title contenders
It
right
would
now.
definitely make them that much more better. I agree. But again, if you are the Rockets GM and you're like, why do I need a 36-year-old whenever Jabari Parker's good, Green's good, my team's playing good, I have a really good head coach, and I have a chance of getting another top 5 pick to bolster it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? So that's my thing. Like, people keep saying, I get it. I wouldn't make that move too. Like, if the Rockets offer those picks for KD, do it. But also at the same time, it's like the more you keep playing bad, the more the Rockets are like, yeah, we're not doing that. Max says the Rockets don't have money to match. What is there?
Mala says Rockets want Booker, which is true.
Yeah, the Rockets definitely have the money.
We're on to Philadelphia.
Yep, Fred VanVleet.
They got a squad. My
Fred
boy
VanVleet and Şengün. And we've been asking for Şengün. Those two literally add up. So they have tons of money to match.
Would you mind tucking Burner in for
I would.
bed?
After today, I would tuck Burner in.
I don't think you want to do that because he was talking about doing some things with his laptop before bed. And I think he'd be like, he'd probably make you witness it. I'm trying to save you. Oh, bro. So we agree things have to change. Is there a date? Is there like a record that you are going to see that's going to let you know
what
it's
it
time?
was. If we have to go. There has to be some sort of win streak in this month, especially against these bad teams you're getting ready to play for, right? Like, you are about to play some bad teams that you should win against. If there's not a winning streak in here, and we end up being 500 again, or
is it just the East Coast road trip that you're talking about?
It's just
so not even the whole month of January, just this road trip.
I mean, the end of January, you end the month of January with some West Coast teams, right? I'm excusing those games. I think you end the month of January with like another Golden State, another Nuggets, another sort of stretch of games like that. So I'm not counting those. Okay. I'm counting just the East Coast road trip. Here, I'm bringing up the schedule again, just so we can go over this again. All right, so you end the month with Clippers, Minnesota, and Golden State. Okay, that's how you're ending the month in your own conference. But we just played Indiana, lost. That started this whole East Coast road trip. We have Philly in 2 days. We have Charlotte on a back-to-back. Then we go home and play Atlanta. Okay. I just feel like you need, like, if you don't win all those games, there's a problem. Sorry.
But you know this team is incapable of winning
That's my
all
point.
those games.
If you don't win those 3 games, there's a problem. Then
Which
you play
3?
Utah
Let me
at
look
home.
again.
Philly, Charlotte, Atlanta, in Utah. Here's your next stretch of games, Gabe. Okay, here's your next stretch of games. At Philly, at Charlotte, back-to-back. Home against Atlanta. Home against Utah. Home against Charlotte. You go to Atlanta. You go to Washington. You go to Detroit. You go to Cleveland. They're a good team. That's you know what I mean? You go to Brooklyn. We know what Brooklyn's doing. They are Trey McHale, and they're not looking the hottest, but I think they can still beat us. Then you play Washington at home. If that's a losing record, blow it up. Chris Stu says Suns aren't trading Booker. Gambo already reported it mid-January, so it's reported what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to trade Booker. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, they're not trading Booker. So that's what I'm saying, Gabe. Like that's why I said if January isn't good, this is where I'm making my decision on this team, because there's no reason there should be a losing record in this stretch. And this is supposed to be your easy part of the schedule. Remember, we talked about this at the beginning. I keep saying it over and over again, but it's my point. This is your easy stretch. Suns have the toughest 6-week schedule at the beginning, toughest strength of schedule in the first 6 weeks of the season. Was it not said over and over again?
Yeah, I just didn't pay attention because I didn't think it would matter.
Well, that's one reason why we were so pumped on the first 12 games. We're like, the toughest part of our schedule. Look at this win streak. We're world beaters, right? That's what we. That's why I was amped at least.
It's just we don't even beat bad teams anymore. That's the issue.
And there you go. And then now the losing streak happens. You look bad. You look abysmal on defense. You have a 4-game losing streak here. You're going to Philly. You're going to Charlotte. If you lose and go on this losing streak here, it's done. Blow it up. Stick a fork in them. James Johnson, $5. Watch draft day. I want my picks back. You pancake.
Well, do people from Houston specifically eat pancakes more than other people?
We're 5-18, Gabe. I mean, even if we go on a win streak. So
I wish I could just ignore.
So does everybody now understand why? Does anybody now understand why I keep saying January is the deciding factor for me? Because this schedule right here is just too easy, and if you really lose here a lot here, there's a real problem with this team. Because all these teams are trying to not necessarily win. Now Charlotte's got LaMelo. Is he even playing? Is he hurt?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. He's
Chris Stu, that's what I'm thinking too.
Sure he is.
But you got Philly with freaking last time I heard Paul George was hurt. He's still hurt?
He's playing not well.
Okay. Charlotte, Atlanta, Trey well, I promise you Trey's cooking us. Or is he hurt too? See, that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter. They'll bring up some dudes from the G League and they'll scorch us. White boy juniors and white boy seniors will come out of the woodworks.
Well, let me tell you something about white boy juniors and seniors. Saturday, January 11th, Utah at home.
And we've beaten them twice. They're due to beat us.
We're on to Philadelphia Monday. Okay.
The only good news is fake good news, which is that we're going on a very winnable stretch of games. I mean, if this was the real Phoenix Suns, they could win every game that you pointed out. You know, minus Cleveland, but they could come close to they could have a really good game and beat Cleveland too. It's not like they can't beat Cleveland. But if this was the real Suns team, I'd be looking at this and thinking, we're going to win every game
Medina,
in
should be
January.
quiet because you know we're due for it, so please stop.
It's true.
They said back-to-back losses for that. You know what those games are? Back-to-back losses, the first and third. So Portland. That's Portland in Portland back-to-back. That's crazy. We stay in Portland for 3 days. You know there's going to be some good weed smoked for this team, bro. February 1st in Portland. February 3rd in Portland. This team has to stay in Portland for a 3-day stretch.
Well, I'm sure DA will take the team, the Suns team out to dinner. And there's going to be a lot of long hugs and tears shed.
We're on to Philadelphia, okay?
People, we keep trying to tell you we're on to Philly.
Gosh, we're in a sad state as a fandom and as a man. It's bad.
You know how good it's going to feel if we pull out of this? If we pull ourselves out of this.
If we do, sure.
You know how good that'll feel?
Yeah, but we said the same thing last year, and we barely made it into the playoffs, and then we got
last year we were
smoked. Smoked.
What if this team has a worse record in the end than Frank's team? What do you do with that information?
Gabe, it is very. I mean, what do you mean? What if? I don't think Frank's team ever went this far under 500. I think they sniffed 500, but I don't think they ever made it this far. But don't worry. Bud's my guy. It's not his fault. This team just sucks. We're on to Philadelphia.
It's all about the Sixers. Depressingly sing us away, if you will.
Depressingly? I mean, I'm not even depressed enough to be depressed to sing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not even depressed enough to be like, it's not like, like we said.
Can we go back?
Can
we go back to when we thought we were getting Miles Bridges and we were debating on why he had pool balls on him?
Yes, and we were told that we were terrible people for it. Well, do you see why now? Man. If you guys get Miles Bridges, I will root for this team to be bad forever because I grandstand.
Our chickens were finally coming home to roost.
Should have paid Thaddeus Young. Spray May Thaddeus Young was
garbage.
No, he wasn't gay. Remember how
he
well
never
he
got to
play defense?
He never got to play.
But when he did, we loved every minute of it. He just couldn't shoot. Sprayman says, why isn't Isaiah Thomas getting minutes? Isaiah Thomas isn't even on the team. Man,
we need Isaiah Thomas to come back to change
because Isaiah Thomas will change everything for the Suns.
We need him.
And I would love to trade our KD for our picks back from the Rockets, but they may not even do that because it'll be a lottery pick. But we're still a super team, though.
Don't worry, Bud's gonna figure it out.
Together.
Yeah, we're just gotta keep competing.
That much is true. My Bud, my Coach Bud. I will stand behind Coach Bud until he's fired. He's my coach. My coach.
We just gotta compete.
You know how Terrell Owens was crying? That's my core. Well, that's my coach. That's my coach.
We need you in a leather jacket and sunglasses crying.
And anything you say about him's not fair. That's my coach. That's my coach, man.
What was T.O. on?
I don't know, but he was on the Cowboys and they were talking about Tony Romo. Anyway, Suns lose. And we're not blaming Coach Bud because it's not his problem. Suns lose. That's for you, lit super Mr. Nash. Suns lose.